All right, everybody, welcome to the final game of the UFL season. It is time. The DC Defenders, the Michigan Panthers. The winner of this game wins it all. DC, this is their second time playing in their league championship in franchise history. The other time they played 2 years ago against the Arlington Renegades in the XFL championship. Michigan, this is their first appearance. It should be a fun one. We have been doing this for the entire season. We got one more game. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. My name is Jared Knight. If you have never been to a JG9 live stream before, how it works is like this. As the teams are going onto the field right now. Fire away with the chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer about anything and everything. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll. Who do you think wins this game, Michigan or DC? If you are a member, you get a lot of cool perks. But one of the perks you get is you can use emojis in the chat to show your support for either one of these teams. We got the DC logos. We got the Michigan logos. We all that. Michigan did make a title in the 1980s, but since revived. With that in mind, guys, every donation also counts toward you make the call. Help me decide which game we're calling on Saturday for Major League Baseball. Mariners, Cubs, Red Sox, Giants, Braves, Marlins. We're not doing overtime tonight. Every donation counts as double during this stream. So, with that in mind, let's see what we have in the chat. Appreciate all you guys being here. And if you haven't seen today's video, click that link above. We talk about a trade involving a wide receiver named Fair Hooker and one of the dumbest trades ever. What was everyone's on the day of Zonk of the Saints? Oh, man, I get my knowledge of 74 is not great. I'm going to go the streak. I'm going to go the streak on that one. I'm going to guess the streak. This game is in St. Louis. This game is at a neutral site. This game is in St. Louis. Skinner out. Pickard in. Not surprised. Should be. That's how it should have been. The entire cup. Ring for DC, best team all year, though Perkins is a beast. Yep, I got to give DC a lot of credit. No one gave him a chance this year. After last year, not a good campaign. Then you lose your coach a week before the season starts. Going over the college ranks. Moore takes over. He wins Coach of the Year, doing a phenomenal job in the interim spot. Go on the road to beat St. Louis. And Michigan, meanwhile, the best player in the league, Bryce Perkins, what could be his final game in the UFL before the NFL maybe comes calling again. One MVP, one Offensive Player of the Year. This should be a really, really fun game. Last time these teams met, back at Ford Field on May 4th, it was 38-14. The Panthers won that one. Have my baby? Oh, man. The Cards the second best chance to win the West? No. I think it's Niners and Rams are the two. Niners and Rams are the two. You know, Dawson's very expensive to follow. Thank God the Club World Cup is at least for free, and I can actually watch what's happening. It looks like there's a lot of people in Miami. But then again, they are, for the Club World Cup, they did lower the ticket price to $20. So the tickets are dirt cheap for the Club World Cup. They were supposed to go for like over $1,000. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. Chance that Kurt Menefee gets involved with Fox World Cup coverage. I'm going to say slim, just because he hasn't been involved in World Cup coverage in 2018 or 2022, so I don't think he would be. Raised with the Mets say 4. Yeah, they took the series. Took the series. I'm a bit surprised by that. Yeah, it should be a fun one. The Browns drafted Fair Hooker and Jimmy Saman the same name. That is incredible. Getting jiggy with it. How big is the crowd? Not big. Not big, which I'm not surprised by. Just because the game's at a neutral site. Not surprised by it. The crowd does not look that big. We'll never take MLS serious until they get the best. This isn't MLS. This is not MLS. So, Cujo, what's happening at Hard Rock right now is not Major League Soccer. This is the Club World Cup. So this is the top 32 teams in the world competing. So you will see teams like PSG, Man City, Liverpool. You will see teams like that compete. Real Madrid. There are teams in this. There are, like, it's not MLS. There are MLS teams playing in it. Some MLS teams are playing in it. But guess what team you want? I see Michigan. And I see 800 today, I think. So I'm guessing Michigan. Rocky struggled more than twice playing yesterday. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. How's it going, Adrian? Appreciate you tuning in. LSU was 3-0 into 3. Oh, boy. Do Roughnecks go undefeated and win the XFL title in 2020 if COVID didn't happen? They probably lose one, But PJ Walker was great that year. Is Miami the best MLS team? They are... It's complicated. It's complicated. How the qualifications work. So basically, each confederation gets a certain number of teams in the Club World Cup. So UEFA gets like 13 teams. North America gets 4. South America gets like 8. So if you won the Champions League one year in a 4-year cycle, you automatically qualify. You automatically qualify. So that's how it works. So Seattle got in there because they won the CONCACAF Champions League. Teams that qualify in Africa won the African Champions League. Teams in Asia qualify because they won the African Champions League. Why is Miami in the tournament? Yeah, that's where it gets complicated. That's where it gets complicated. How's it going? Michael Frank be with you. Rockies fell, win 20 games for the break. Fact. I just want to talk about Fair Hooker. You're not wrong on that. You're not wrong. So Miami is in the tournament because FIFA was like, we need Messi to play in this. So they gave America, because America's hosting, they give America one spot, like an extra spot, a host nation spot. And they decided we're going to give it to... Miami had the best record last year in MLS, so we're going to give it to Miami. So Miami got in on a technicality, essentially. Spoke to the BW Buffalo Wild Wings manager a few hours ago. The guys who threw fries to you have been banned. Oh, thank good. Thank goodness. They tried to follow your car? Holy cow, they're crazy. Yeah, hell of a job by Shannon Harris for DC this season. Hope for a playoff contending team, and here they are in the championship. Fantastic work by the coaching staff. Amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, I'm not surprised there's not going to be a lot of people here just because it is a neutral site game. I thought Buckus was a bad name. Naras don't say healthy cards come to number 2 in that division. I think so, too. I think so, too, as we're going to get this game underway in just a little bit. Eugenio Suarez, 3-run shot for the D-backs. 3-1, let's go. Again, this game is on ABC. Going to kick off in just a little bit. Odds that Ronaldo joins an MLS team. I'm going to say pretty slim on that. I'm going to say pretty slim. MLS basically gave other MLS teams a big FU, taking Miami over better, more deserving teams. It's weird because Miami was the best team last year in MLS if they had the best record, but no other team qualified by having the best record. It wasn't like that. They basically, it's complicated. Believe me, there was a lot of uproar when Miami got a spot. There was a lot of uproar when Miami got a spot. And it wasn't MLS. It was FIFA that took them. It was not MLS who decided. It was FIFA who did. It's like, yeah, we need Messi in this. How's it going, Steve? Welcome in chat. It's been as yesterday. Team went 3 for 17 for 3, won a game in the finals. Yeah, and they only had 1-3 in the first, 40 minutes. Only 1-3 in the first 40 minutes. It was nuts. And Miami 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Yes, this year they are. Yes. Will 2026 be Messi's last World Cup? I would assume so. I mean, he's not getting any younger. He doesn't have any more to prove. He's 37. He's going to be 38 for the World Cup, so 42 in 2030. Yeah, he's probably not going to play in there. Unless he just comes off the bench. Oh, no, everyone knows it was gifted because of Messi. Everyone knows it was gifted because of Messi. But FIFA didn't say it. FIFA said, well, America gets an automatic spot because they're hosting, and they were the best team in MLS last year in terms of the standings. They deserve it. And everyone's like, no, we know why you did this. They're like, we know why you did this. We're not stupid. People around the Kingdom mock trades, I don't want him. I'm not giving up Randall, Nas, Rob, first year, another pick. See, it's funny. I wouldn't do that if I'm the Suns. Who's a great Argentinian, Maradona or Messi? I'm going to say Messi now they got the World Cup. You all have soccer's a mess right now? I'm not wrong there. Favorite sports to watch in order: football, baseball, hockey, basketball, and soccer, much less than basketball. All right, how's it going, Charles? I appreciate you tuning in. Again, vote on that poll. The game's going to kick off in just a little bit. We got 75 people in the chat right now. Is there for you to give us to the murders? Oof. Well, except Kevin Johnson, Mikael Bridges, Jake Crowder, and some picks for KT. Just Uno reverse the trade. Just Uno reverse everything. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're doing the coin toss right now. This game taking place at the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis. Daniel Johnson with a 10er. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? Sox San Fran. All right, perfect. $20 going to that. People say Jim Marshall is in the Hall of Fame because of the incorrect direction, Scamper being the highlight. We all remember, but Jackie Smith is in it. We only remember him dropping the ball at Super Bowl 13. I think that's a little bit different. Because there were a few things with Jackie Smith. There was a few things. Number one, he was never supposed to play that year. He had a Hall of Fame career before that, and he came out of retirement. he came out of retirement to play for the Cowboys that year. He was never supposed to play that game. Number two, we've seen guys drop passes all the time. We've never seen a guy run the wrong way. We've never seen that. Like, Jack has been dropping the cost him if he actually redeemed himself later on in the game. People forget that. I think that blunder was just so bad that it kept people out. That it kept him out. Jackie Smith already had the Hall of Fame career before that. Jim Marshall, when that play happened, it was very early on in his career. So, that was kind of his legacy. It's almost like Leon Lett made a Pro Bowl in the late 90s. He was a very good player for the Cowboys in the late 90s. But the play against Miami and the play against Buffalo happened very early on in his career, so that was his legacy. So I think that's part of it. Appreciate the 10-man. Again, every donation counts double for you make the call during a game. For make his way toward 100K, that would be incredible. Believe me, if I get the silver plaque, that would be incredible. Sonics stayed in Seattle. Does KD stay with the Sonics? No, I don't think so. I don't think anything changes there. Calling it halftime, we're going to announce expansion teams, hopefully. Oakland Bears, Seattle Sea Dragons. I would love that. I would love that. Oakland would rally behind that team tremendously, and Seattle would be a very good market. Yeah, they got a sponsor exemption, yep. Imagine that simply having a playoff spot to Colorado because they're the most popular figure in the sport. Yeah. Again, it wasn't MLS that made the decision. It's a completely different governing body. Completely different governing body that made the decision. It's a completely different governing body, but you're not wrong. My little word for the USFL over the XFL. I think quite a few people are. Otis Simmons was a great player, but nobody remembers the on-the-field accomplishments. No, they do not. I wonder why. I don't know why. He didn't do too much off the field. Yeah, again, I would say 95% of people, and I'm included in that, think Miami getting in was a joke into the Club World Cup. 95% of people are with you on that one. It's just a different governing body. MLS could have stepped in and told them they couldn't play. Do you know the money that this would bring? No. Not with the money. PCA on pace for 40-50. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I got him at MVP. 100 men versus Gorilla in hand-to-hand combat. I'm picking the Gorilla. Top 15 lists of best face for when you do. We're getting back together at 9? Oh, no. That's number 1. Seattle's pretty much the automatic expansion team, seeing as in the UFL still some sort of right to play spring football there. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They still have some sort of right there. 2,000 yards in 14 games. We're never going to see that again. We're never going to see that again. All right, let's get this game underway. 56% of you riding with the Panthers to do what they did in the regular season and win against DC. One of these teams will win for the first time since the rebirth of the league. Michigan will get the ball to start. The championship game is underway. Here we go with the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis. Kickoff return to the 15-20. 25-30. Bounces outside and out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Xavier Malone goes down there, and in steps Bryce Perkins, the Offensive Player of the Year, the MVP, the former Virginia quarterback, played with the Rams for a little bit. A man amongst boys out there this season. He has made some wild plays. It seems like there's a solid 2 or 3 plays a game where he pulls out the human joystick buttons. He has been sensational. Last time these teams played, he was 13 for 18 with 188 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 143 passer rating. Bryce Perkins also had 76 yards rushing and a touchdown in the regular season against DC as well. What challenge during Stanley Cup? TNT. TNT is doing it. First down. Play action. Fires in the flat. That ball is caught at the 35-yard line. Makes one man miss. And Malik Turner will go down at the 37-yard line. Gain of 4. Brought down the play by Michael Ojimita. Remember, this DC secondary has to make some adjustments. They did phenomenally last game against St. Louis. They got a lot of pressure on Max Duggan. Really forced St. Louis a lot of sorts in the passing game. But remember, they do not have their top cornerback from this season, Kelvin Joseph, after what he did last week in that drunk driving incident. This will be on the Lions Commanders. I mean, Lions Commanders was a great game, so hopefully. Play action. Crow route again. It is Turner. Down to the 48-yard line. Gain of 10 and a first down. Brought down to the play by Isaiah Johnson. Yeah, D-backs are up right now. Home with the whopper. Junior double triple, baby. Yeah, this was a better game than last year's championship. Last year's championship sucked. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you tuning in. More fans of the game. UFL Soccer AW. Well, soccer's full. Hard Rock Stadium is full. Hard Rock Stadium, it is pretty much sold out. So, easily. There's like 70,000 people there. But it's funny, they put the tickets on sale for, they were like $1,000, and they put them on sale for like $20, because we were like, yeah, people are going for this Club World Cup. It's kind of a joke. First down, Perkins, pump fake, fires off his back foot. It's caught once again. 3 straight plays caught by Malik Turner. Down at the 45-yard line, we will call it a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Remember the Rams injury was so bad in 22, they started Bryce Perkins one day against the Chiefs. Yeah, that was a rough season. That was one of the worst Super Bowl hangovers ever. 2017-18 football featured 2 of the most consequential moments in recent history. Carson Wentz injury and Hurts game bench for Tua. Yep. That changed everything. Handoff up the middle, and that's a first down for Tua. Tua down at the 38-yard line. He was touchdown. Gain of 7 on the run. Tua, last time these teams met, 94 yards rushing, 4.9 yards per carry. The T-Wolves draft, what would I grade? Clifford and Broom? I would think that's a very good draft. I think it's a very good draft. Yeah, Fever Hand, the Liberty, the first all season. Caitlin Clark was phenomenal. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back. Tell you something like DC, and you know what's set up for them? I don't know about that. With the way Michigan's playing right now, I don't know about that. First down, the 38-yard line. One at the top, one at the bottom. They give to the side, and it goes to Toa once again. We'll call it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. So glad ABC has this game instead of Fox. Yeah. The announcers are better. Tessitore does a way better job than Menifee. Yeah, they allow it. Yeah, they allow it. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. We will be doing some Club World Cup games just to test the waters and see what the viewership is like. But I'm not locked to it. 2nd and 7. And wouldn't replace any other streams. McCrary breaks a tackle. McCrary. He's in a foot race. Gone. Name McCrary. In for the touchdown. A phenomenal drive by Michigan. No third downs on that drive. Slicing and dicing this DC defense. And it's 6-0 Michigan to start. McCrary gets a beautiful block there from Jake Burton, the left guard. And Michigan off to a fantastic start this game. 6-0 the score. An opening drive touchdown. Michigan last time out against Birmingham. 44 points. One of the highest scoring games in the history of the league. By any team. I think it was the 2nd most points scored by anyone. And they will go for 1. They can't set AW? I don't know. I don't know. What's on True TV or something? Turner motions. They're going to go for 1. The give up the middle. They're going to let McCrary try and finish it. I don't think he got in. McCrary gets stuffed. Club World Cup is on Dawson. Club World Cup is on Dawson. I'll link it. You can do it for free. You can watch it for free. You don't need to have a subscription or anything like that. It's also on TBS. All right, that's easy enough. 6-0 the score. The conversion unsuccessful by the Michigan Panthers. Opening drive touchdown. How's it going, Joe? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate tuning in. See you later, Malik Turner. 3 catches on that drive. Perkins looked very sharp. And then the running game, which averaged 5.5 yards per carry last time out against DC. Picking up right where they left off. Clifford in the first and Gonzalez in the second. I don't know about Gonzalez. Tony Khan loses $20 million a year running AW. Hopefully he loses more so he runs out of money so he can't own the Jaguars after Shad Khan passes. 50 and 60s have Gordie House, 70s or 80s Gretzky, 90 Morrow, 1000s Thornton, 10s Crosby, 20 McDavid. I wrote Ovechkin in there at some point. Yeah, I'll give that. 2000s is where, like, Thornton's definitely the worst of the bunch. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. Serious live stream, someone custom? Oh, boy. And again, you guys have made this the #1 place to watch the UFL all season. Time to push the panic button in Indiana? No. No, it's a best of 3 at this point. I think if you told any Indiana fan, look, it's going to be 2-2 after 4, game on. Be game on. I think if you told any Thunder fan or any Pacers fan, look, it's going to be 2-2 after 4, no one's panicking. It'd be like, okay, game on, best of 3. I mean, Tony Khan cannot run a franchise. Tony Khan cannot run a franchise. So, so tomorrow we are going to do Byron against Auckland. Again, Club World Cup games that we do on this channel do not take the place of baseball games or any other streams. They're additional streams. No, same thing with Florida. Look, it's a best of 3 at this point. There's no panicking. There's no panicking. 2-2, unless you have an injury, there's no reason to panic. Yeah, of course, Testator, yep. Gotta have Testator. Will we see Stanley Cup and NBA Finals go 7 in the same year for the first time since 94? I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, see you playing physical, don't collapse on the 4th. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Thornton most points. I would have gone Oviv on that one, but I get Thornton. I get Thornton there. So Club World Cup, again, I'm not locked into the Club World Cup in terms of I'm doing all the games like where it's set in stone no matter what. I want to see how some of the games go in terms of viewership. If it goes well, great. If not, I'm more than okay calling it. But again, it doesn't take the place of anything that we do on here. Will not take place of any baseball games or anything like that. Skeens winning the Cy Young with a losing record. I'm going to say fact. I'm going to say fact on that one. Let's give it a Brandon Fott. No, it's going to be Skeens. I mean, it's not his fault that they suck. If we count goalies, it's Brodeur. Yeah, if we count goalies, it's Brodeur. Tony Khan would bench Hunter indefinitely if he had an inkling he was going to sign elsewhere if he was a free agent. Yes. No, Tony Khan is not a good runner of anything. Tony Khan can't do jack. Imagine the Rays of the A's making the World Series in minor league stadiums. I would think MLB would force them to move the games at that point. I would think they would have to play somewhere else. Almost like how the Cubs would have had to play elsewhere if they made it before they had lights at Wrigley. Because the lost revenue for the league would be insane. Last game, DC's run defense was great. They allowed just 3.8 yards per carry, but couldn't tell on this opening drive by Michigan. Here comes the first kickoff for DC getting the ball. It lands in the landing zone. It's a squib kick. Field at the 5-yard line. It's a great kick there. And pinned deep at their own 10-yard line will be DC. Where can the Rays play Miami? I don't know where they would play, but they have to move somewhere. Rays might be okay. Rays might be okay, actually. The A's, I think, would have to change. You can't, because the problem is that literally the Rays, the press box, or not the press box, the media booth, it's a tent. The media booth is literally a tent in a shed. Like, with all the people that cover the World Series, there's no way you could do it. I think the Rays would be okay. The A's would have to move. The A's could not play there. First down, ball at the 11-yard line, one at the top, 3 at the bottom. The first play for DC offensively, it's a handoff, nothing doing, gain of just 1 for Deion Jackson. Jackson, last time these teams played, 47 yards rushing. Sporting equivalent to performing while public announcement held the 18 over. Sporting equivalent to that? Oh. I would say, like, you know, they sometimes do, like, the making the game safer kind of PSAs, something like that. Perfect doing one of those. Play action, call on the flat. It's Roland on the grab. Roland will get about 5 yards, brought down by Kai Nakua. I missed game 4. No, I called game 4. I called game 4 in the finals. That was last night. I called game 4. Have they retired him? Yes, they retired Boggs because Boggs went in the Hall of Fame as a Ray. And then they changed the rules, like, yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, so they changed the rules after Wade Boggs. Because Wade Boggs is like, I'm just going to go in the Hall of Fame, whichever team offers me the most money that I played with. Because no one thinks of him as a Ray, but he went in as a Ray. And played like 2 seasons there. 3rd and 4. Teamu. Crow route caught. First down at the 23-yard line. Gain of 9 for Jaden Mickens, the former Jaguar wideout. You know Boggs, yeah. They'll retire Longoria, I think. I think Longoria will be retired at some point. Zimmer was a coach. You know, for real on Boggs. MLB changed the rules after Boggs got in. Because they were like, yeah, you can pick what team you want to go in, but it's got to be reasonable. 1st and 10, they hand off to the side. Jackson. Gain of 1. 76,000 on Paris. Jeez. What was really changed? That you can't, like, you can pick what team you want to go in the Hall of Fame with. You just, it has to be reasonable. So, like, let's take a guy like Ichiro. If he wanted to go in as a Marlin, MLB would be like, no, you're not going in as a Marlin. No, you're a Mariner. You're going in as a Mariner. There is no way you're going in as a Marlin. 2nd and 8, play action, call on the flat. Rolling, first down to the 35, breaks the tackle, 40, cuts up field, 45, 50, brought down by Kedrick Whitehead. Gain of 26 and a first down. Right, Fred just went as a Giant. Yeah, like you could pick, like, he could pick, okay, do I want to go in as a D-back or a Mariner? He could do that. Like Roy Halladay. Like, that would be like, okay, you could go in as a Philly or a Blue Jay. We're not gonna fight you on that. Whichever team you want to go in, that's okay. But it can't be something that is ridiculously obscure. Like, you can't auction off your Hall of Fame plaque. You can't auction off your plaque. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Handoff here to Jackson to the 45-yard line. Breaks a few tackles. Brought down the 44, gain of 6. Donovan Mune on the stop. Boggs wants to think his brain was down just Barney knocked him out. Where you can't auction off your Hall of Fame plaque. It's basically what it is. Ratio goes 3,000 to Marlon. True. 2nd 4, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Tayama keeps himself on the read option. Will get 1 yard. Brought down near the line by Mike Tafua. Who's to judge what's reasonable, what's not? I mean, common sense. It's more like how people remember you. It's almost like this. Let's say Ernie Banks played his final season, played 10 games, his final season with the Montreal Expos. He hit like 0-40. He played 10 games with the Expos, and he decides, I'm going to the Hall of Fame as an Expo. Like, that is, no. 3rd and 4. Tayama keeps himself, fakes the pitch, and will slide down the 38. Will be a flag for a late hit. There will not be. Kanekua brings him down, but a first down the play. Yeah, so it's more just like common sense. Franken is a good doer, a do-goer, whatever he wants to be. Right, be like Millie Mays going as Met. Yeah, pretty much. Sure, Exos fans remember him? Yeah. It's almost like if Jamal Charles got... I'll put it this way. I'm not saying he's getting the Hall of Fame. But let's say Jamal Charles gets in the Hall of Fame. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you tuning in. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Teamu, play action, fires a screen pass. That ball is caught by his tight end, Briley Moore. And Moore again, no Shannon today. He's hurt. Down to the 25. Are Ohtani and Judge Hall of Famers if their careers fall off a cliff? Yes. Yes, they are. Multiple MVPs, yeah, they're Hall of Famers. How's it going, Jason? Appreciate you tuning in. So let's say Jamal Charles is a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying he is. Believe me. But let's say Jamal Charles goes in the Hall of Fame. And let's say in football you have to go in with a certain team. And he decides I'm going as a Jaguar. I'm going in as a Jaguar. Like, no. No, you're not going into the Hall of Fame. Jamal Charles, you're not going into Jaguar. Tony Baselli, you can't go into the Hall of Fame as a Texan. First down the 26-yard line. That's basically what it comes down to. Just common sense. 3 at the top of the screen. Talon takes a snap. They send 4. Looking for his first read. It's a miscommunication on the stop and go. Powell incomplete. That's the first play for 0 negative yards all day. How many multi-MVPs are in Cooperstown? Well, I mean, obviously there are guys with roids and whatnot. There are guys with roids. Barry Bonds is not in. Bonds is not... Well, Ohtani's got 3. So everyone that's not in is A-Rod, roids. Mike Trout, still playing. Pujols not eligible yet. 2nd and 10. Teamu fires in the flat. It's a risky pass. Not a lot of velocity on that one. Looking for Powell and batted away by Miller. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you tuning in. Batted away by Miller. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6. 3rd and 10. So Bonds is not in, but that's roids. Pujols not eligible yet. Trout not eligible yet. Rodriguez, roids. So basically no one. If you have 3, you're in. Unless you cheated. 2 MVPs. A few guys that will not get in. Juan Gonzalez. Roger Maris. Other than that, not a lot. 3rd and 10. Tiamu looking deep. End zone. Seam route. Got it. Tied up. Touchdown. Jaden Mickens. Anything you can do, I can do better. Michigan opening drive touchdown. DC answers with a touchdown drive of their own. Jaden Mickens, the former Jaguar wideout, had no receiving touchdowns this season. That's a good time to get your first. Right, Harper's got 2, but I'm not counting him because he's still playing. Touchdown, DC. What a time for your first tutty of the year. The seam route gets by DJ Miller, gets past the safety Kai Nakua, and we're all tied at 6. They were pinned at the 11 to start off the very good kickoff. But it doesn't matter. Marches right down the field. Jerry is a Seahawk, yep. First points by next team in championship history. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Maris, that's an interesting question. I would put Marison. Personally, I would put Marison. Because they're saying his peak he didn't have long enough career at a high peak. They're doing a whirlybird thing. They only have 4 on the line. 3 at the bottom of the screen. They're going to go for 2. Roland goes into the backfield. There's 3 on the line. Weird looking formation. Teamu's got time though. He's going to throw it across his body and it's batted down. Broken up by Michael Tutsi. So the conversion unsuccessful. The 6-6 the score. And if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Helps us out a ton on the channel. Yeah, trying to get way too cute. Yep. Yeah, Mickens, he was a great returner. Yeah, 2017. He was, I think, the best returner in football for my money. He had that great punt return against the Bengals. He had that play against the Seahawks. I mean, he was very good. Marison over 300, yeah. My Pods missed the World Series. Want Harper to get a ring? Wouldn't hate it. Yeah, what the 2024 Giants is that? I don't know. Trying to catch him off guard. As Miami is down 1-0. Miami goes down 1-0 in the Club World Cup. Unless he was offside. He was offside. Never mind. Batting average is a bit overrated. Absolutely. Now, again, when it comes to getting in to the Hall of Fame, like, let's say again in football. Let's say in football. If Shannon Sharp wanted to go in as a Raven, they wouldn't fight that. If Shannon Sharp said, I'm not going as a Bronco, I'm going as a Raven, they wouldn't fight that. Because he made a Pro Bowl there, he won a Super Bowl there. They wouldn't fight that. It's only if it's completely and utterly unreasonable. Montana's a Chief? I don't know. If you did anything there, like Sharp as a Raven would be fine. Montana's a Chief could work. I mean, he did make a Pro Bowl there. Obviously, you think of him as a Niner, but yeah. How bad is it for the UFL to put their game against the biggest game in the NHL season? No, not a bad idea at all. The ratings for this might actually be higher than the NFL. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. The ratings for the UFL Championship might be higher than Game 5 of the NHL. Just because the ratings have not been good for the NHL. That game's on cable. This game's on over-the-air television. I'm not even kidding when I say that. I think the ratings are going to be pretty close between this game and the Stanley Cup, Game 5. Like, I think this game... I mean, Birmingham, Michigan got 1.8 million at its peak. Warner's Cardinal, yeah, that's totally fine. That you can go either way on. That could actually go either way. Warner as a Cardinal will be totally fine. Marshall 1-0, oh boy. If I was a Jet, would not be allowed. Aaron Trolls can go as a Jet stealer. Yeah. Again, football doesn't do it like that. Football does not do it like that. Football does not do it like that. Stanley Cup ratings finish higher than NBA Finals. I'm going to say fiction. I mean, NBA Finals, they're pretty low, but they're still averaging about 10 million per game. Stanley Cup is nowhere close to that. ABC versus TNT, there's no chance. No chance on that. ABC will always outdraw TNT. Stanley Cup is getting like 4 million per game, or thereabout. Finals are getting 10 million. Again, I think the UFL will be pretty close in the ratings. I would not be surprised, depending on how this game goes, if we get 2 million people watching this game. Would not shock me. So each team with a touchdown to start this game. Already off to a much better start. Why is that... Wait, why is it unreasonable? I didn't... No, I said that's perfectly reasonable. I said that could go either way. In terms of, like, people remember him as a Cardinal. There are some people that remember him as a Cardinal more than a Ram. No, that's not reason. That's not unreasonable at all. I mean, his numbers... He's in the Ring of Honor for the Cardinals. Right, season ranks, it does. And there's a lot of stoppages in between the series. It goes on for a while. Yeah, NFL ratings. Yeah, it's the only one that's not going down pretty much. The NFL is king. They've cannibalized everything else. You guys saying 1.2-ish million? I think it'll be about 1.8. I could see it being, depending on how this game goes, I could see it going to 2. I really could. Manny's Bronco? Oh, that's totally fine. Yeah, I mean, look, Manny's Bronco, he made 2 Super Bowls there. He set the record for touchdown passes in a season. Like, that'd be totally fine. Like, Brady as a Buck, that would be more than fine. Yeah, he would go in as a Colt, but, again, you, like, we're not talking about who they would go in. We're saying, like, is it reasonable to go in? Like, this is not a Wade Boggs situation. You want to take off with it? Yeah. Take off, baby. Well, it's like if football had baseball rules and Favre went as a Falcon. Like, no. First down at the 26-yard line. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. The handoff to the side. McCrary bottled up, but then gets out of it and gets 2 yards. Ojimina brings him down to the 28-yard line. Why do I think there was such a difference in ratings between ABC, ESPN, and Fox? More advertising on the ABC side versus the Fox side. I mean, ESPN did a decent job promoting it and showing off that they have the games. Fox, not so much. Time slots are also a big reason, too. The time slots just seem better. Plus, you have to remember, Friday Night Football sucks. Friday night ratings are not good in anything. Friday is the death spot for basically anything. So that didn't help. I think that's the biggest reason. Friday night. 2nd and 9. Perkins, slam pass, incomplete. Tight coverage there. So you matter the intended target. And I don't see any flags. 3rd and 9. Can DC's defense get a stop here? Or Mr. Cardinal, yeah. Called some dirty? A little bit, yeah. Worked out for everyone, though, at the end. He would have gotten destroyed behind that Colts line. It worked out for them very well. 3rd down. Yeah, hey, like these games start. They used to start later. They used to start at 9:20. I wish it was 8 o'clock. I wish it was 8. 3rd down. Perkins. Pressure. Hit as he throws. Caught. Over the middle. It's Mariner. To the 43-yard line. Ojimina brings it down. Some nice pressure there for the middle, I believe, by Kyle Phillips. Double check that, but it's a gain of 16. So Phillips, no, was actually Joe Wallace, number 99, not 98. Bowled by the guard. Perkins had to get rid of that quickly. Perkins very composed and poised. Just one misfire today. He would have been miserable as Cardinals, right? And he would have been, yeah. 1st down. Right, Prescott as a Ram. Although he did stuff with the Rams. He did a little bit with the Rams. Head over the middle to the 45 and down to the 47-yard line goes McCrary. Called a gain of 3. I might have probably start 9. Yeah, that was... Oof. Yeah, the Jets-Dolphins game, the Monday Night Miracle, ended at like 1 in the morning. How's it going? Look at the crowd. Would say the crowd is low for championship or UFL average crowd. Yes, but again, it is a... It's at a neutral site, so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all for a neutral site game. Panthers 2-0. Did they really go up 2-0? But we're not going to where, yeah. 2nd 6. Perkins, play action on the curl route. Beautifully done. Fooled everyone. Called at the 46-yard line. By Devin Ross. I believe his first grab of the day. Ross, last time these teams played, no catches. Gets the 1st down there. He has a night owl, the later better. Yep. Though I like earlier games, not because I'm a night owl, even though I am a night owl, because I just like the idea that you could just have the rest of the night do whatever you want. Like, I'm going off after this game is done. I'm not doing overtime. So, Marlins series win. Good for them. Grammatical of him or no? No, he's not. 1st down. Not even close. Him in the middle. Bulls over. Toa down to the 38-yard line. Bulls over his man. Bowling over DeAndre Baker. Gain of 8. Yeah, there were a lot of protests. Yes, there were. Thoughts on Brian Wilson, the singer, not the baseball pitcher, though we could use him. Yes, Brian Wilson as a pitcher was very good. I mean, he's a legend. Brian Wilson was an absolute legend. I mean, he revolutionized music in the 1960s. I'm starting to believe now? Not yet. Nope, not yet. Not yet, because it's 3-1, and it's only a 2-run game. It's only 1 out. Machado is ahead 3-0. 2nd and 3. Perkins play action. Wide open! No one on Mariner! In the end zone, touchdown! No one on Mariner. Everyone bites on the play action. And back-to-back touchdown drives for Michigan to start this game off. We got a shootout on our hands, folks. Touchdown, Michigan. Everyone bit up the middle. And it's a 38-yard strike. Gets by Baker. I think there were 2 guys who were covering the flat. I think it was a zone defense. Baker thought he was covering the curl. Thompson thought he was covering the flat. 2 guys followed the same man and left Mariner wide open. I did not see Dave Martinez's comments. I'm guessing it was not pretty, though. A baseball contest where the team who hits the most home runs on a set wins. Would that work in baseball? Major League Baseball? No, but I'm fine with it in Pioneer League. Minor League Baseball, do whatever you want. Minor League Baseball, do whatever you want. The 1-point try, play action, Perkins, end zone, caught. Mariner does it again. No one on him in the middle. Anything UFL can do with the neutral site championships, considering all the venue conflicts with their home sites? No, that's the whole point. The whole point is they want to have the home team playing in it so the attendance is good. Bit of crappy looking music. I did not hear about that Amanda Lewis. But I did know about Sly Stone, yeah. I did know about Sly Stone. 13-6 the score, 1:13 to go. Yeah, Shuck of the Saints, same age as Herbert. He's the same age as Trevor Lawrence. Like, it's funny how people are ready to give up on Trevor Lawrence at times, and he's entering his 5th season, and it's like, okay, show us something. And he is the same age as Tyler Shuck, who literally just got drafted. It's like, shows how old Shuck is, and I don't know what the Saints were thinking in the 2nd round. Martinez said he and the coaches are the only winners on this team, and the players are to blame. Really? Wow, that is an interesting comment to make. That's how you alienate your players. God. Mountains don't finish last. I think they will finish last, but it's a lot more interesting than before. McSimmy is... Oh, I did not know that. Oh, man, that sucks. That's a terrible disease, too. That's a terrible disease. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Okay, back in the track. We're fine. Okay. Thought that was going out for a second. All right, remains 3-1. No defense allowed so far. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. We have 90 people in the chat right now. Thank you guys for making this the number 1 place to watch the UFL on YouTube all season long. The kickoff here, Potter. It takes a bounce. It will just roll into the end zone. Trying that watermelon-style kick. Almost worked. Almost got him pinned inside the 5. And so it'll be a touchback. We're out to the 35-yard line. Much better field position for DC compared to their last drive. Don't know what the Saints are doing. Praying for subscribers to the franchise since the reason Payne left. Also didn't know what they were doing in 1974. I don't know what they were doing in 1974 when they made that trade with Fair Hooker and Jubilee Dunbar. So, click the link above if you want to see that one. 51-40 will be the final score. That would be incredible. Be like the Jim Kelly Steve Young game. Yeah, keep hoping St. Louis makes it. Well, I think Michigan, if Ford Field's available at some point, they'll try it. Actually, because it bounced in both the 20. My apologies on that. Hand off to the side. 25 hurdles over a man to the 30. Ball comes out. I think Roland lost it. Now, it was recovered by Miller. Was he out of bounds when he recovered the ball? I think he goes as the Chief. Was Miller out of bounds when he recovered that ball? Obviously, it came out. Miller seems to think it's Michigan ball. No ruling yet. First down, DC. Miller was out of bounds when he recovered the ball. Roland fumbled it after hurtling over a guy. Was hit there, I believe, by Kai Nakua. And Miller did not get both feet in. Did not get both feet in. Did not get a knee in bounds. Good effort by Miller. Yeah, he did not possession at the time. By the time he gets possession, that right foot is off the ground. So it's a gain of 12 and a first down. And here comes Powell Flag on the play. Powell's in for a touchdown, but there was a flag on the play. Now, keep in mind, I don't know what the flag is because the play happened mid-replay. So I don't know what this is. Sam was not celebrating. The flag happened mid-replay, so I don't even know how the play started. Powell was in the end zone for a 68-yard touchdown. It's not going to matter, though. Because it's an illegal substitution. No, Gerbeck's out Hall of Famer. Gerbeck's out Hall of Famer. But just like if he were to go in for whatever crazy reason. Yeah, they'll get that one on Durant. I think it was down the field. Yep, there it is. And they only showed the start of the play when Powell caught the ball at midfield. So there it is. He was down the field illegally. It was a solid 5 yards down the field on the RPO. That's the risk you take with an RPO. That is the risk you take with an RPO sometimes. No, you don't put it like that. You don't blame. You don't do that and say, I'm a winner, you're a loser. That's the Urban Meyer strategy. 1st and 15, ball at the 25-yard line. Tiama, they send 4. Looking deep. Going for it all. Post pattern. Open. Caught. Mickens. He's got 1 touchdown today, and he is going to be close to a 2nd down at the 9-yard line. Jaden Mickens. What a game he's having. Jaden Mickens, 66 yards into Michigan territory. If you like offense, this is your game. He gets behind Kai Nakua and Jaden Mickens. Beautifully done. They answer the touchdown by Michigan with a 66-yard strike of their own. Another explosive play this game. And Mickens brought down at the 9-yard line. The handoff to the side. Jackson cuts upfield to the 5, breaks 1 tackle, and thrown down by Noah Dawkins at the 5. That will take us to the end of the quarter. In what is in one of the most fun quarters of the UFL. If you were worried about this championship being a dud, because last year's was a dud, think again. This one is great. There's no play on Sirius. It's live. Oh, that sucks. That's bizarre. I'll put a poll up. Who wins this one? This game is off to a flying start. 13-6 after 1. Already better than Super Bowl 59. Rams Chiefs 20-5. This is the game the UFL needs. This would be a phenomenal game if it stays like this. Let's tweet it out. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. We've been live for pretty much every UFL game this season. Just like we were last year. You guys have made this the #1 place to watch the UFL this year. And I can't thank you enough. Bonus ring, I would say about a 4 on that one. You guys have made this the #1 place to watch the UFL this year on YouTube. We have over 100 people in the chat right now. Every donation counts toward this thing called You Make the Call. So we do a lot of games on this channel. We stream every day. Different sporting events. We do the NBA Finals. NFL, we're live for all the primetime games. College football, we're live for every game. College basketball, live for every game. Live for the Olympics. We're live for Club World Cup. We're live for a lot. So every donation counts toward You Make the Call. Help me decide which game we're calling Saturday for baseball. Mariners, Cubs, Red Sox, Giants, or Braves, Marlins. Every donation counts as double during a stream. So if the donation happens during a game, it counts as double. So got a few days left to own that You Make the Call. We're not doing overtime tonight. If you've never been to JDL stream, don't know what overtime is. Basically, I just take requests and do them on stream. But we're not doing that tonight because I have to go to a birthday party after this. So after this game is done, I'm bolting on out of here. 13-6 score. Now it's 2-0 Florida. Yeah, I don't have the game on yet. I'm going to flip it on once the D-backs game is done. Because that's only 3-1 right now. That is close. And we're going to be at a halftime in the Club World Cup game. 0-0 at the half. We will be live for the Club World Cup tomorrow. Bayern against Auckland. The top team in Germany against a team made up of part-time players. There are literally players on Auckland who will not be competing in the Club World Cup this year because they can't take off of work. So we'll see how that game goes. It's going to be interesting. We'll be live for that. Hopefully you guys join me. You know, UFL Championship guy on to D-backs? Yes, I probably would have gone to the party early. It's like an all-day thing. The party's an all-day thing. It's one of those, like, come whenever, go whenever. So, I would have not gone to the game today. I'm going tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing Club World Cup, and then I'm going to D-backs, and then we're doing Dodgers-Giants. I'm coming back for that. Byron 7, Auckland nothing. I think it's going to be higher than that. I think it's going to be higher. I don't think 7-0. I'm going 9-0. I'm going 9-0. Yeah, Auckland, New Zealand, yep. Again, this is an Auckland team at half strength because their guys, a lot of their guys actually work. So they can't go. So this is going to be interesting. 2nd and goal. First play of the quarter. Hand off to Jackson. Jackson bottled up after a gain of just 1. Thrown down on the play by Diamond Mutin. That linebacking unit from Michigan with Mutin and with Dawkins and Javin White. I mean, it's a great unit. Another World Cup gone to the box. Jeez. So day that ends in Y. World Cup is cities now? No, there's a team called Auckland City. This is the Club World Cup. This is the Club World Cup. The actual World Cup is next year. The Club World Cup is the top 32 teams in the world. HRNI time off. Auckland versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. 3rd and goal. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Now Roland goes to the bottom of the screen. 3 wide at the bottom. Teamu. They send 4. Plenty of time. Rolling out. Throws on the run. Back of the end zone. Too high. Maybe would have been close to taking it himself. Looking for Ty Scott. He's back out there today after not playing last week. That pass falls incomplete. 4th and goal. There's been a touchdown every drive so far. Honestly, I consider going for it here. If you get it, great. If not, Michigan starts inside the 5. Has a long ways to go. I would not be opposed going for it in this spot. Serious lost the feed? Jeez. Well, you got me at least. But they are going to kick. Matt McCrane, only 70% this season, but this is well within his wheelhouse. I don't hate this decision. I was fine either way. Bit of a high step, but McCrane gets it to go. And it's 13-9. So a 66-yard pass to Jaden Mickens. Gets him in the red zone. Only get 3 out of it, but it's a 4-point game. Yeah, it's a money grab. Oh, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. The Club World Cup is a money grab. I'm with you there. But I'm going to call it just because we're going to see what that happens, and there's nothing else on. So we'll be definitely live for Bayern Auckland tomorrow. That'll be interesting, because I think that game's going to be a bloodbath. We'll be live for Chelsea, LAFC, Boca Juniors against Benfica. One soccer. Is that a money grab? You know, that's a good question. I would have said the World Cup, but then they went to 48 teams. Then they went to 48. 13 on the start game. I have 9. I have 9 now. The real question is how many shots. What's actually what's the spread on that game? I'm going to go straight up. Birmingham down the championship. I'm glad to. Let me check the spread on the Bayern game tomorrow. I mean, it would be one of the biggest upsets in the history of sports if Auckland wins tomorrow. I want to see what the spread is on this. Bengals' new slogan they unveiled for the team is being a Bengal is fat. Why? Why fat? Who thinks that's a good idea? Oh my god. It's classic Bengals. Yeah, let me check what the spread is. I'm not betting on the game, obviously, but I do want to see. Kickoff your field in the end zone. Take it out to the 13-yard line. Your Global Cup is a slightly better version of the NBA Cup. At least that makes sense. At least the Global Cup makes sense. NBA Cup makes no sense. Combat sports, well, I have the $100 hijack. Probably the $100 jack. But also for stuff like that, I would have to be more than $100 just because I have to buy the actual package for that. So I'd be losing money. How many rings do you think the Chiefs win? I think they win a couple more. I think they win 2 more. He holds out. We say 30. Yeah, I say 30% sounds about right. If you want to do a tie no bet on that, Byron, you can't even do it. First down. 3 at the bottom of the screen. How's it going, your pal? I appreciate you, man. Hand up the middle. Toa will get about 2 yards at the 17-yard line. Brought down by Niall Scott. It's been a great UFL season. Let's hope next the same thing. Absolutely. Hopefully there's more teams. Hopefully more ratings, more attendance. But so far, so good. So far, so good. We'll see if they break 2 more teams, and they were talking about it. Well, they're in control right now. 3-1, top of the 7th. Runners on the course. Somebody out. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 17. 2 at the bottom. 3 at the bottom now. 1 at the top. Orders for the cup that will be the least starting winner ever. I'm going to say fixture on that. Slam pass. That ball was caught down to the 22-yard line. Malik Turner on the grab. In recent history, maybe fact. But, like, all time now. Wasn't there a team... Didn't the Blackhawks win one year, winning, like, 12 games in a season? Because 4 teams made the playoffs out of 6. Like, we used to have some crap winners. If Stewart holds out, he can redeclare for the draft next year. Now, I'm not sure who's taking it, because a year off, and he was not supposed to be a first-round pick because he was super raw. So I don't know what the game plan would be there. But he can do that if he wants. 3rd and 4. Trips to the bottom, 1 at the top. Perkins takes a step. They send 4. Perkins, pressured, has to escape the sack, cannot. Tries to escape the pocket, and Malik Fisher reads it all the way. I swear to Byron, I would take that. Loss of 2, Malik Fisher. Gets the sack, and Michigan will have to punt for the first time today. DC's defensive line was stellar. Their last game against St. Louis. 5 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss that game. And they get a much-needed sack there. Timeout DC, though. Come on with a tour. But Minnesota's awful need to stop people. Absolutely. No, that's despicable. You don't kill people over that. Absolutely. Absolutely. You wanted... Which game did you want? I forget which one. Appreciate you, come on, though. Appreciate you, man. I am right there with you. I am right there with you. Which game do you want? You wanted... I forget which one you wanted. I'll get you on the call for it. Appreciate you, man. Timeout DC. Or is it on 2 after 1? So obviously 1-3-2 in OT. That seems... Yeah, and the... Yeah, they're going to win 4-3. The Panthers will score the game-tying goal with 20 seconds left. That's what's going to happen. You want Cubs Mariners, right? Get you on Cubs Mariners. Get you on Cubs Mariners. $4 going there. Again, every donation cuts us double during a game. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out. Tell the channel, get any donation, get a question right away. Others will just go the way. Sam, appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. We have a timeout on the field. DC will be getting the ball back after forcing the first punt of the game. Did McKill fit in realist in the draft? Yeah. Although nothing was going to save him. He was a bad quarterback. College World Series? I don't think so. I don't think so. But we have the thing called the $100 hijack. Roman Empire Rise in Boston. Roman Anthony, baby. We do have the $100 hijack, the Hundo Jack, where if you don't need $100, you can... You know, I like college baseball. There's just so much else that's taking place. There's so many sporting events taking place. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton. Click the link above to watch today's video. Go back to the fair hooker trade of the 1970s and how dumb that trade was. Number 1 pick of the 2026 WNBA draft? Oh, I don't know. I know 27 is going to be Juju. I don't know about 26 yet. I do not know about 26. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you right now. There's no one that really stands out as the number one. Oh, jeez. Padres have the bases loaded. Gallon's done. Good outing. Fairhook haven't met one yet. Yep. Well, language is the Bengals want Stewart alert. Pig Latin. It's literally just the Bengals won't put language on the contract where if he does something off the field, all the money gets void. When that is not in any other first-round picks contract. They got burned by Burden. I think that was the issue. The NFL draft 26, I'm going to go Nussmeier on that one. I'm going to go Nussmeier. 13.57. That's not good. That's not good. All right. Punt time here. First punt of the game. And it's not a good one. But it takes a good bounce. And Mickens will just let that one go. Will be downed at the 37-yard line. The pick for 2026 draft? Oh, it's probably some... Might be Boozer. It could be Boozer. I could see Boozer potentially. What's one that needs to come through? That's a good question. Favorite best UFL game this season? Favorite one? Ooh. Favorite game this season? That's the LSU quarterback. Favorite game this year? I would say... DC Arlington. I'd probably go DC Arlington on that one. Fluminense is going into the semifinals being interim Man City and the Carolinas. I could see that. The South American team seem to be taking this very seriously, so I could see it. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Now 3 at the top. Mickens goes to the top of the screen. Kate Martin. Nothing to know of. Tamu, pressured, fires, drag route, caught, bit behind his man, but still caught the 43-yard line, brought down by Miller. It's Braylon Sanders, his first grab of the day. We'll call it a gain of 5. Miami win the Club World Cup. They're tied 0-0 at the half. Not exactly playing the best soccer right now. Holly's got a lot of good chances so far. Second down. $11 to go in the first half here. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. This game over on ABC if you want to watch. Thank you guys for making this more place to watch the UFL all season long on YouTube. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Pearson potentially. Going deep here, down the sideline, looking for Sanders, and that's caught over the shoulder. Phenomenal throw there, Braylon Sanders. Back-to-back grabs for him. Down to the 27 of Michigan. In field goal range, just like that after 2 plays. One-on-one coverage with DJ Miller. Got the matchup, and you can't throw it any better than that. Let him perfectly in stride. Threw it by the sideline. Yeah, I could say so, Connor. I would definitely say so. I'll respot. I was going to say, it's at the 27. They moved it up way too far. And these are the 2 best quarterbacks in the UFL this year. It's Teamu and Perkins. They both been phenomenal. Best game of the year is Lowbrock OVC Championship in college basketball. Nice. My favorite one for college basketball this year is probably High Point beating Winthrop. Just the bench going super sicko mode, down 15. That's my favorite college basketball game of the year. That was awesome. Tamu drag route. That ball was caught at the 22-yard line, down to the 19. Best current ASU player that could get drafted? Oh, I have no idea on that. For basketball? Oh, I have no clue. ASU is not a good team for basketball. Miguel will still remember the Mets rotation past the deadline. I think he will, yeah. I think he will. 2nd and 2, gain of 8 on that drag. Tamu 3 for 3 this drive so far. Oh, how did he not go around that time? Tatis absolutely went around that time. 3 at the bottom. 1 at the top. Tamu looks, deep shot, going for the end zone, has him on the post, touchdown! Cornell Powell! DC strikes again. 2 touchdown passes by Jordan Teamu in the first half. And DC in front for the first time today. Ray Harden went to ASU, yes, he did. But I thought you meant like currently playing for ASU. The Pirates just tied up at 3. Because he missed a call because he absolutely went around. I remember that round, yep. Powell in the end zone, back corner gets by Nakua. Gears repeat, they could. They did a very good job in the transfer portal. I'm more of a pop guy. I'm more of a CSR guy. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Empty backfield. They're going to go for 2. Teamu. Back of the end zone off his back foot, incomplete. No one there. 15-13 the score. DC in front of for 2 touchdowns by Teamu today. With 9:24 to go. Or if it might be a wrap on Hurley. It should have been a wrap this year. It should have been the end for Hurley this year. But apparently not. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Help us out, tell the channel. There's not a whole lot about him. Could be an NFL quarterback? I would say no. I would say no on that. I would say no. Will WWE expand enough to go back to see my conference? Yes, I think at some point they will. At some point, yes. $15-13 the score. DC has scored every drive thus far, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. It's been a fun game so far. Over 100 people in the chat right now. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. You were at that game? Nice. Yeah, see the Orioles win something. Good job. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Oh, no, Mo Ellicox. Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about someone else. So Mo Ellicox is good. I like Mo Ellicox. No, he's a solid tight end. He's a very solid tight end. You know, he's definitely torched us a few times as a Jaguar. Or as a Colt, I should say, against the Jaguars. Same conflicts, the only reason UFL is to go home field for championship. I think part of it. Yeah, I think it's definitely part of it. Hey, look at the tailwind. It did. That could have been, for sure. At least they could have gotten a force. The force at second. Well, we get out of this 3-3. I'm taking that. And the ump missed so much that on that sequence with Tatis. Not as high as it wasn't really. See, I still watch that show a lot. That show still holds up. $15-13. Michigan trailing for the first time today. Last time these teams played, it was a blowout. 38-14. Michigan won. DC's got more points as San Diego's going to take the lead. Fantastic. Our bullpen sucks. Our bullpen sucks. DC's got more points today than they had all of last game against Michigan combined. Malone. Back to return this one. Fielded in the end zone. Taken to the 5, 10, 15, 20. Malone looking for some space. Runs into his own guy. Did the ball come out? The ball came out! DC's got it! Malone ran into his own guy. Willie Drew picks it up. And DC's going to get the ball in the red zone. Why prefer 10 MLB games over NBA games? Just a different atmosphere. And it's cheaper. Yeah, ESPN goes heavy on betting for this one. You bet the same. I mean, it worked well for the USFL. It worked very well when the USFL did there. Hit on the play. I believe that was Powell. And scooped up by Willie Drew. First and goal for the defenders. Yeah, they went neutral for the USFL in 22 and 23, and they sold out. And that'd be a very good spot. They should do that. I don't know why they stopped doing that. Bakersville is the one who actually forced that. Ball at the 7-yard line. First and goal. The timeout on the field. Michigan. Why is Burkhart better at NFL play-by-play or Emily pregame hosting? Oh, definitely play-by-play. Greatest roller coaster. Why is it the Royals? Yeah, it's like 1 week they're the best team in the AL, the next week they can't hit to save their lives. Remember that, like, also, like, MLB, the stoppages are not as long as NBA. NBA stoppages take forever. Just outside for minutes with time? That makes sense, I guess. That makes sense. So after the time at Michigan, they were not happy with their defense. DC had a chance to completely flip this game on its head. Trailed 13-6 entering the quarter. They got a field goal, force a stop, a 3 and out, touchdown, a fumble on the kickoff. Yeah, I agree with you on that one with Kevin Harlan, but he's great at everything. Tiamu, end zone shot. Mickens, I think he dropped it. I think it was in his breadbasket. He just dropped it. What team is national champions? Florida Gators. Yeah, for this year, yes. I think Mickens just dropped the ball. Luckily, it was in the breadbasket. Could not hold on. So basically, because you want to get in scoring position, I get it. You have to wear a suck with Bradley Beal. Yeah, that's the killer. That's the killer right there. Second and goal, ball at the 7-yard line. One at the top, two at the bottom. Give to the side for Roland. Roland down to the 3. Initial hit by Tafua. Javin White helping out. Third and goal. I'm guessing you've never been to a preseason game. Royals outfielders have hit a grand total of 6 homers. That's it. Wow, 3 of the 6 from Isbell. That says a lot. You know, Harlan's very good at his job. Appreciate tuning in, Joe. DC looking sharp so far. 3rd and goals at 4-down territory here. Michigan defense has been on the field for a long time, considering the fact that Michigan turned it over on the kickoff. Hand off to the side. Jackson lunges. Is he in? Down at the 1. Down at the 1. 4th and goal. I think they're going to go for it here. Jackson to the side. Down at the 1. Broke the tackle from Dawkins. Then brought down by D. Delaney. Did not play last week. He's out there here. You went to preseason? I did not know that. Then went to Stanley Cup. I never went to Stanley Cup either. Never went to Stanley Cup either. 4th and goal. You figure they're going to keep the offense out there. They will. Teamu takes the snap. Keeps himself. Tries to turn the corner. Breaks 1 tackle. Lunges. He's in. Touchdown. Jukes past Rondell Carter. And on 4th down, DC converts. They take advantage of the miscue by Michigan off the kickoff. And it's an 8-point game. Touchdown defenders. Jordan Teamu in the end zone. Nice juke move there. Extends the ball. The hit by Carter, not enough to keep him out. DC, 2 quick touchdowns. They've scored on each of their first 4 possessions. They lead by 8. They'll go for 2. Try and make this a 2-score game. Well, Katie's not really demanding a trade. It's more just, it's as slam pass, open, caught, 2-score game. Briley Moore, 23-13 DC. Defenders on fire right now. Much different than the last time they were in the championship 2 years ago. against Arlington. 23-13 your score. They take advantage of the fumble. They score right away. And Michigan's got some work to do. Especially seeing as the Panthers started the game off with the ball. Actually, let's go one. That makes sense then, yeah. Yeah, Kenny's not demanding a trade. This is more of... It's just not feasible to... with the roster construction right now. Like, the Suns need to blow it all up. So he's not demanding a trade. $23-13 your score. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It helps us out. It's on the channel. I go over to it, already up 8. Remember that in the UFL, they have the 3-point conversion. Remember that. Part of the reason why I go for 2 in that spot is, for a lot of these teams, they don't have a difference between a play from the 2 and a play from the 5. Can't win Detroit. When the Penguins Raiders game 2? Oh, nice. DC after a 36-point outing last time out against St. Louis. Already 23 here tonight. 59 points their last 6 quarters. As something happened to my feed. Pause for a second. Give me a second here, guys. I'm going to refresh. My feed paused. Hang on. Time out. Something happened. 3-point version from the 10-yard line. Hang on. My feed went kaput. Give me a second. I think this is an issue. Okay, that's odd. Let's flip it over to the big screen then. Give me a second here, guys. Give me a second. ABC. Give me a second. Something happened with my feed. My screen just stopped working for some reason. Penalty, 1st and 15. Okay. There we go. All right, we're back. We're back. At the 20-yard line. Sorry about that, guys. Ball at the 20-yard line. Here we go. Perkins, pressured, has to escape the sack, cannot. Throws it. Honestly, I thought for sure they blew the whistle dead for forward progress already. But someone got rid of that to the tight end of the flat, so no grounding. There was a guy in the area. Somehow got that ball off. I don't know how. No one saw the Dave, and now here comes the flag. 3-point conversion, they should not. They should not. Hey, Drew Pelling's going to take one. That's progress. Jim Moore playoff rant. Everyone sung that day. What is that, November 2001? Gonna guess how you remind me of my Nickelback. Gonna guess how you remind me on that one. Second and 15. After the incomplete pass, Samuel Perkins got that off as he was being held. Hopefully it was going to be a sack. Somehow got that off. Second and 15. Empty backfield. 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Perkins takes a step. They send 4. Perkins, middle of the field. Tight throw. Tight window. Incomplete, looking for Mariner. Broken up by Deontay Anderson. 3rd and 15. Family Fair. Ah, good song. Probably a video on Jim Moore's playoff rant. Too well known. Too well known. Way too well known, actually. And Herb Edwards, also way too well known. Got free food from BJ's Restaurant and Brew House in Boardman. Nice. Too far for Grubhub. The customer was in mad because said it's on him. Oh, wow. You get your free food then. All right, come on, Corbin. 3rd and 15. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. 6 to go in the first half. Perkins takes it. They send 4. Looking, escapes the pocket. Rolling out, directing traffic. Trying to get by Malik Fisher. Cannot. Has to get rid of it quickly. Off his back foot. And the pass is incomplete from McCrary, even if it was caught well shy of the sticks. So Michigan's last 3 drives. A 3 and out. a fumble, and another 3 and out. I would say a helmet. August 27, 2000, the first ever TLC match. Number 1 song that day. I'm going to guess Incomplete by Cisco. No, it's probably not Incomplete by Cisco. The pun here, but I'm going to go Incomplete by Cisco. Fielded at the 41-yard line. Oh, no. We'll go Everything You Want. We'll go Everything You Want. Down to the 45 goes Mickens. Return of 4 yards. Only 6.5 out of wild card. Not bad. The OG XFL coin toss. Oh, God. Everyone's dead. Everyone is dead at that point. Romantic pitch here. Here we go. First and 10, ball at the 45. DC up by 2 scores. Can they extend their lead a little bit more? They've scored every drive thus far. Michigan's defense, no answers for them whatsoever. Remember, Michigan allowed 29 to Birmingham last game. Out route caught, first down, Mickens, spin move. He's getting really involved in the offense here. Not brought down yet. Somehow escapes the tackle. And Jaden Mickens having a monster game so far for DC. So first down, breaks the tackle. Spins out of danger from Adonis Alexander. Should be a gain of 20. To the Michigan 35-yard line. Mickens already 125 yards. The regular season, he had 222. Halfway of that total in the first half of the championship. It doesn't really matter. Oh, good song. 5 on the play clock, empty backfield. Te'amu, 1 on the play clock. Just gets it off. They send 5. Te'amu, pressure. Cannot escape the sack. He'll be thrown down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1. Making the play is Taylor Stallworth. NFL Dominant College Football coin toss for Super Bowl. They have coins for team logos on each side of the coin. No. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. That you would lose in terms of bets. In terms of what they're going to call. Yeah, Hans Molman Masterpiece Film Shirley Points World Cup. Yep. God bless Hans Molman. That should have won the film festival. That should have won it. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Rolling motions to the bottom. 2nd and 10. They send 5. Looking for rolling the motion man. Out of bounds at the 28. Gain of 7. Alexander brings him out. Dodgers. Well, they're going to buy. I can't imagine a world where they're sellers. I can't imagine a time in the next 15 years they're going to be sellers. Yeah, I'm working for a moment and it did. Yeah, no one wants that final wildcard spot in the AL. 3rd and 3. 3.5 to go. In the first half. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Te'amu, QB power play, first down. Needed 3, got 3. Took it himself to the 25. Twins, I think they hold pat. The film did get a Hollywood remake. It did. Beat out Burns again. Ball the 25-yard line. It's a long, long drive here for DC. A long quarter for Michigan's defense. Been on the field a lot. They're playing for the Warriors. Ooh. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Gonna give it up the middle. 1, 2, actually now keep it going. Keep the pile going. Gain of 3. Nice effort there as Marino was on enough to bring him down. Blue Jays, I think they buy. Will they buy at the deadline? Oh, boy. I don't know if they're going to buy at the deadline. Maybe Gallon? Maybe, I don't know. They'll go within division. 2nd down. I'm talking about the Ice Bowl? Oh, God, I have no clue on that. My knowledge of the 60s is not great. 2nd and 6. Te'amu stepping up. Thrown on the run. Drag route caught. And touchdown is Powell. Got the touchdown last drive. We go the 2-minute warning. He gets a first down at the 14-yard line here. All scores look fake, but are real. Browns won despite Anderson going 2 for 17. Yeah, that's insane. Guardians, I think they buy. Ball at the 14-yard line. as DC has scored on each of their first 4 drives, look to make it 5 in a row. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. No, they're going to go after everyone. You can see me getting Sandy. I can see that too. I can see that too. Someone said, look goodbye with Beatles. Oh, man. Should have just guessed the Beatles. I didn't know which song to guess. It's probably a Beatles song. I just didn't know which song to guess. $23-13 the score game. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe to this episode a ton. Yeah, Rockies are going to stay on the deadline. Well, they have no one to offer, really, besides Bird, Agnes, and Goodman. That's really all they got. I think it's the best football film of all time. I think Man Getting Hit by Football is the best film of all time. The Rockies are 26 teams down the wild card, twice as far out as the next furthest team. The White Sox at 13.5. That says a lot, doesn't it? Browns won the game 6-3. That's football for you. The number one's on the day the Bills-Oilers comeback happened. I'm going to guess I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. That one I'm pretty confident on. I'm going to go I Will Always Love You. January 93. I'm going to guess I Will Always Love You there. 23-13 your score. DC in the red zone. Once again. Magical Mystery Tours the Cat Album Beatles discography? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely on that. That's probably the quintessential album for the Beatles. Again, every donation counts toward me make the call. How many decide which game we're calling Saturday? Mariners, Cubs, Red Sox, Giants, Braves, Marlins. You're correct, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Help me decide which game we are calling. Yeah, they could make the playoffs. 6.5 hours. Not bad at this stage. $23-13 your score. 2-minute warning here. We have a lot of people in the chat right now. Again, thank you guys for making this the number one place to watch the UFL on YouTube all season. We're going to be doing it again in 2026. We're doing NFL on YouTube, college football. We don't take days off. Some Club World Cup action. Winter Olympics will be on the call for that. We're on the call for Major League Baseball all the time. NBA Finals. This is the place to be. And if anyone donates $100, you can pick any sporting event you want me to call. I will call it, no questions asked. But tomorrow we're live for Giants Dodgers, and we are live for the Club World Cup between Byron and Auckland at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. All right, on that note... Oh, she got a lot of royalties, yes. She got so many royalties for that. Dolly Parton got a crap ton for that. That song essentially assured the fact that Parton didn't have to work another day in her life. You know, I'll stream out over $100, I will. 14-11 since Minnesota took over. You know, better than hide. Hand off to the side. This one goes to Smith. Abram Smith. Haven't called his name today. Down to the 5. We'll see how Michigan takes their timeouts here. If they do. Because again, there is a finite end to this drive. We get Beaks from, I think, Milwaukee. If I'm not mistaken. I do like Beaks. He's one of the few guys that actually I sort of trust in the pen. 2nd and 1. They go quickly. Smith. Or excuse me. It is Deion Jackson to the side. Cuts up field. Touchdown DC. Smith for 9 yards. Jackson for 5. DC scores again. 5 drives, 5 scores, 4 touchdowns. Even Test cricket. Not Test cricket. DC up 29-13. In a phenomenal spot right now. Up by 16 points. Hold on to Sandy until the offseason. I don't know about that. Michigan's defense has been on the field this entire quarter pretty much. Shades of Super Bowl 22. They're going to try the Philly special. Teamu catches it. They try the Philly special. It's 31-13. 18-point game. Remember Super Bowl 22? Denver led Washington 10-0 at the end of one. Washington then scores 35 in the second. This game feels pretty similar. Michigan led 13-6 after one. 25 points by DC this quarter. 25-0. I might be thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of someone else at Beaks. I was thinking of Sheets. I'm thinking of Sheets. I was thinking of Chafin. The rest of 24 hours? I can't do anything tonight. The Rugs have the worst start since the Spiders. That's a lot. I mean, this really is shades of Super Bowl 22. A 25-0 lead this second quarter. Don't think DC wants for the Defenders to pray if they win this. They already have one today. 31-13. Kickoff fielded at the 5-yard line. Take it out to the 20. Remember, DC gets the ball to start the half. So Michigan needs to get something here. Because if they don't, DC gets it and a chance to really blow this game open. It's still only a 2-score game because there is a 3-point conversion. I'm not going to hit before he's sent down. I'm going to say he gets one blooper. He'll get a blooper. Right, it's not going to be in division. Won't be in division. So Rockets win 30? They'll win 30. 40, I don't even know. I don't think they can win 40. Where's the song for Elvis? I could see Elvis doing that song. That actually seems like it could be an Elvis song. First down, handoff here goes to Toa, brought down by the legs at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. Trey Dean on the hit. 2nd and 7. Largest comeback? Well, Houston-Birmingham. Houston was up, if I'm not mistaken, by 24 a few weeks ago. Perkins throws on the run. That ball's caught to the 40, 45, turn to the 50, 45, 40. Turner cuts upfield, makes Thompson miss 30, 25, 20. Turner to the 15, cuts again to the 10. Turner will not go down. Turner does not go down. Touchdown, Michigan. A beast mode kind of run by Turner. Not dead yet. 73 yards. Flag on the play, though. 31-19. What's the call? How long is the team name engraved? Oh, I'm going 70. I think it would still be setting today. Yes, I do. What's the call? A 73-yard play. Turner took it himself. But is this coming back? Potential game-deciding call here. I didn't go that loud on that one. If your speakers are gone, I don't know what happened there then. After the play, Purcell found the defense. So the flag came after the play. The touchdown counts. And because it happened afterwards, Michigan will have very good field position on the conversion. So 73 yards. Malik Turner, nearly 100 yards receiving today. He does it himself. We might hit the over in the first half. Bell plays 60 more games? No. So they will go for 3 from the 2-yard line. They will go for 3 from the 2 because of the foul afterwards. Usually you go for 3 from the 10. They get at the 2. Super challenge is out. I hate this. They really need to limit this. They really need to limit the super challenge so you can only do it for a 15-second window. It should not be as they're lining up for the 3. It should not be as they're lining up for the 3-point try. Yeah, that made a dumb decision that worked, Eli. Looking at holding here? Yeah, this should not be a thing. Should not be allowed to... I mean, you can challenge a penalty. Super challenges, you can challenge a penalty. You can challenge anything you want. You get one per game. If you win it, you get a second challenge. If you don't, you lose it, you lose a timeout. It's really... That should not be allowed to do it as they're lining up for the conversion. It should be allowed 15 seconds. The Relay field stands. There was no hold there. DC loses their challenge. They have none left. They lose a timeout. So remain 31-19. It just takes so much excitement out. It's like VAR, but worse. It's like a worse version of VAR. They need to have time limits on this. And I don't hate the idea of a super challenge. I really don't. But they need to have time limits. Like, it should not be this. Where it happens 3 minutes after the touchdown happens. Basic Perdomo, let's go. So we'll go for 3 from the 2. Let's make it a 1-score game. This game has been madness so far. If you like points, you like scoring, this is your game. Motioning is Ross. Perkins hands it off, stuffed at the line. They will not get the 3-point try, remains a 2-score game. Who sets more free agents than real life? I think Marlins sign more. I would probably say Dodgers sign less just by default. 31-19 remains the score. (31-19). DC gets it back. A chance to double dip here. They get the ball to start. I want to say this is the highest scoring first half in UFL history. Could be wrong on that. But it's hard to score a lot more than this. The kickoff, oh my goodness. Botched. Completely botched. Mickens and Roland run into each other. And DC gets to the 15-yard line. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. That was, 2 guys fighting for the same ball on the same team, and it just, oof. DC will not have good field position here. 1 timeout. Now, how do you play this if you're DC? On one hand, you're up by 2 scores. Michigan has 2 timeouts, so you can run the clock out. You can run the clock out here if you are DC, if you want to. Because you have to go a long ways on the 15-yard line. And you got the ball to start the half. Then again, you've scored every drive. You've scored every single drive thus far. 4th and 20, your own 5 with 1:30 left to go and 2 timeouts. Down by 7. Go for a punt. Tamu, out route caught. Gain of 5 out of bounds. Stops the clock. Raylan Sanders is 3rd grab of the day. 4th and 20, your own 5 with 1:30 left. I'm going for it. It's not a dumb decision. It's not a dumb decision to punt, but I would go for it there. And will June try this kickoff this fall? Yeah, I think so. With the new rules, yeah, absolutely. They'll try the watermelon kick. They'll try the watermelon. 2nd 5, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Tamu, play action. Again to the sideline, caught. Can Mickens get out of bounds? He cannot. Stops the clock for the moment. But did he lose the ball? It's a gain of 8, 1st down. Mickens, 6 catches this half. Callahan, the worst quarterback to start. He didn't start. Philip Lindsay started. It wasn't him. It was Philip Lindsay who started. I mean, Mike Lloyd was pretty bad. I did a video on Mike Lloyd. That's one of those Mandela effects things. Obviously, Hilton was the guy. Yeah, he definitely fumbled that ball, but he was out of bounds, and smart play with Mickens, out of bounds, touching that ball, rendering it dead. Clock stops at 38 seconds. Ball to 28-yard line. Kim McCulkin, yeah, he was pretty bad. Silks have not lost to the Eagles in Philly since 82. Wow. That's crazy. Tayamu, deep shot, down the sideline, has a step, caught! 30, 20, 10! Touchdown DC! Ty Scott! Great Scott! Are you kidding me? Jordan Teamu! Ty Scott! Out there after not playing last week, and it's 37-19. What a quarter! It was 13-6 after one. It's 37-19 here already. And DC gets the ball to start the half. We've had 3 touchdowns in the last minute. This is fireworks. No team in UFL history has scored 40 in a game before week 10 of this season. We've got DC scoring 37 in one half. Oh my goodness. Highest scoring half by any team of all time. Under is already busted. See if it needs a breath as it does. 2-point try. Teamu looks, out route, hit the ground. Looking for Sanders. This game is insane. 56 points already. This has been a 90-minute half. This has been an insane half so far. Painter was pretty bad, yeah. Was he the worst? I mean, John Skellin was pretty bad, too. There's another guy that started. I think Jeff Toole started a game. Tim Boyle started. George Hammer, Doug Williams. Yeah, this is pretty much the second quarter of Super Bowl 22. That's what it feels like. Matt Lytle. Oh, remember Lytle. Oh, yeah. No sense for the under. Yep. Highest scoring half in UFL history. 56 points. Defense optional this championship. Britta Crow was bad. 37-19 your score. If you're in the chat, please like and subscribe. Help us out a ton on the channel. Thank you guys for making this one place to watch the UFL. There is still time left in this. Kickoff bounces at the 20, field at the 10. To the 20. Up the middle to the 25. Goes Xavier Malone with 23 seconds. 2 timeouts. John Skillin went 5-2. That seems hard to believe. That's insane. So 40th, the worst one of all time. It's up there. It's definitely up there. 24 was bad. 20 was bad. But if you want to put 40 as the worst, I'm not going to fault you for that. That game sucked. Never competitive. First down. Michigan won the top 3 at the bottom. DC has scored points on every drive this half. Perkins gets rid of it. Incomplete. Almost fumbled that ball. Was looking there for Gunnar Oaks, the tight end, his first target. Michigan 2 timeouts. 50 was okay. It wasn't a good game, but it was okay. Definitely not as bad as 48 or 59 or 55. Second and 10. This game has been insane. Perkins will just take a knee. They're not even going to try anything. They'll go into the half. 37-19 your score. The highest scoring half in UFL history has finally come to an end. 1 hour, 30 minutes later. The Panthers down by 18. Down by 2 scores. DC gets the ball. And a lot of work to do here. No, it's not a dumb decision. I get it. Your quarterback almost fumbled last time. You don't have a lot of time left. I don't hate the decision. You're pinned pretty deep. Yeah, it was 24. Yeah, 24 is probably my pick for the worst. My pick for the worst is 24. Can vote on that poll you think wins this game. We're at halftime here, 37-19. Again, you guys have made this the number 1 place to watch the UFL all season. I am grateful for you guys. We have this whole setup here. Last day of this setup, and then we place with the NFL setup. Come on with it too. Appreciate you, man. Kneeling is the dumbest thing for Michigan. I don't agree with that. I mean, would I have kneeled? No. Would I have kneeled there? I would not have. But yeah, 31 points in the second quarter alone. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. It's $4 to go to the Marlins game or Mariners game, I should say. Here's the thing with that. Your quarterback just got hit. Almost just fumbled. You're pinned pretty deep. You're not gonna have a lot of time to do anything. The new worst Super Bowl ever, pretty much. Pretty much. All right, Kinkle's in, so this game's over. 53 was the most boring. At least it was close at the 2-minute warning. Unlike the other games that were over at the 2-minute warning. A lot of wins for the Cardinals go 8-8, yeah. How do I feel about Ginkle pitching? Congratulations, Padres, on winning, because Ginkle sucks now. He's only up because we have no able bodies. Like, I can't even blame Torey Lovella for this, bullpen management, because we don't have any bodies. Our whole bullpen is dead. Our whole pitching staff is dead. We've had 5 guys in the last week and a half have to get Tommy John or be ruled out for the season. So, it's bad. And DC gets it to start the second half. We'll see if they announce anything at halftime. But this game has been insane. For some perspective, I just want to give you some perspective on this. This season, the Memphis Showboats did not score 31 points in a game. The Memphis Showboats have never scored, since the merger, 31 points in a game. DC just did that in a quarter. DC did that in 1 quarter of football. I mean, that's one of the greatest offensive quarters you'll ever see in your life. I'll give you some halftime stats because I feel like this game deserves it. Throw everything you know out the window between these two teams. The 38-14 game last time that Michigan won, that is very much a thing of the past. Here are the stats for you. If I told you Bryce Perkins in the first half had 160 yards passing with 2 touchdowns and no picks and a pass rating of 144.2, you'd say Michigan's in front. Not down by 18, but they are down by 18. Because Jordan Talmadge on the other side has 320 passing yards in 1 half. 16 for 20, 3 touchdowns, no picks, a perfect 158.3 passer rating. 320 yards in the first half. Are you kidding me? Jaden Mickens, 6 catches, 132 yards. 320 yards in the first half. I mean, this is a legendary performance that we are seeing unfold. One that will live on in UFL history forever. Jordan Talmadge is phenomenal today. Perfect passer rating. 158.3. 80% completion. It does not get better than this. And DC, up by 18, getting the ball to start the half. 30 minutes away from their first title in franchise history. If you think of DC, everything they went through. Think of everything DC went through. I didn't see the ending for that one. A ref called no contest. Ooh, what's this halftime show? Wait, who was doing the halftime show for this game? The Black Moods. I've never heard of them. The Black Moods. They're from Arizona. All right. It's still 22 now, but this could turn to 51. It could. It easily could. Couldn't even give him a stage. Couldn't even give the lead singer a stage. Like, just standing on the ground. Like, really? You can't even put up a stage? You have to play on the grass? Really? Okay. So it's game 6. I'm gonna say fiction. No, I'm gonna say fiction there. DC, last season, did not make the playoffs. Reggie Barlow comes back for 2025 as the head coach. Leaves 1 week before the season starts to take a job in the college ranks, the HBCU level. Moore comes in with a staff that is not his own. Thrown into the fire. 1 week left before the season starts. Oh, you open up the season against Birmingham, the 3-time defending champions. You beat them. You play lights out to start the year off. You're the last unbeaten at 3-0. And then to be here in this spot, 30 minutes away from glory. We were refused the correct address? Oh, okay. Offered to give him both meals. That's what I thought was right, but he told me to keep the original. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there are some good people out there. Are we going to watch the new show Wonder Years after the game? Feels that way. Feels that way. Again, I can't be live after this game is done. I'm hopping off as soon as this game is done. So, as I have to leave afterwards. So. Not bad performance? I've never heard of him. I've never heard of him, but Twitter does not seem to be hating this, which is good. $37-19. How's it going, Isaac? Yeah, this has been a crazy game. You know, that bullpen, yeah, the bullpen for the D-backs sucks. The bullpen for the D-backs sucks. I told you. What you saw was the good pitchers that we had on Friday. What you saw was the good pitchers out of the bullpen. Now we get to the bad stuff. We have no options. We genuinely just don't have options at this point. It's not good. This bullpen, literally, Ginkel is, he's a AAA pitcher who only got called up because no one else is there. This has been the Black Moods. The Black Moods. Super start the second half in just a little bit. And appreciate all you guys tuning in for this game. Vote on that poll. Do you think wins will Michigan or DC? DC gets the ball to start the half. 37-19 the score. And we are not doing overtime tonight. Just keep that in mind. I have to head out afterwards. Feel bad for you guys? Yeah. No, it's rough when everyone's hurt. Because this bullpen's not bad if you have everyone healthy. Like, if you have everyone healthy, you have Ryan Nelson, the Panthers, a long relief guy. You've got Puck as a setup man. Martinez is the closer. Shelby is the 7th. That's not bad. Jesse and the Rippers. Like, you have, like, in a healthy world, you have Shelby Miller as the 7th inning guy. Alternating with Beeks. Puck is the 8th. Martinez is the 9th. Like, it's a good pen. Problem is that everyone's hurt. So it's kind of just trial by fire at this point. We're just calling up random guys and hoping for the best. Right, yeah, you're screwed if you don't have a good bullpen. Who's been the Black Moods? That's got not good enough for your jello shot. No, it is not. No, it is not. Teams are back out there while the band is playing, so should be starting the second half in just a little bit. I don't think it's a I don't think it's an extended halftime. $30 minutes left in the UFL season. They are from Tempe. They are from Tempe. Why Star Special 7:30? I don't know. Not that I'm complaining. Gold Cup kicking off at 15. Mexico against Dominican Republic. It's going to be like a 5-0 game. So the second half right now, the band is on the field? Yes, they should. Yes, they should. Lynx lead 58-20 or led 58-26. Wow, they have it. Not surprised they won by that much then. Okay, in that game against the Jags. Okay, crap. Try to block this one out of my memory. So Travis Kelce caught one, obviously. Tony was usually good against us for whatever reason. That might have been just the first game. I know the first game he went off, the regular season. No, their budget's tight. If the Oilers are winning, I'll be very depressed. I don't think they're winning. I hate to break it to you. I don't think the DR is going to win. I mean, Noah Gray's a tight end. We suck against tight ends. So I'm going to go Noah Gray, but Tony probably, I mean, Tony was very good against us in 22. I'm going to go Noah Gray. I'm going to go Noah Gray. You know, it looks like the Club World Cup, the first game's going to end 0-0. So, good start to the Club World Cup. Definitely got the people going. Nothing happened in the second half. 37-19 your score. Folks made a fortune of the DC win. Yeah, if it stays like this, I mean, holy cow. Because Michigan won the first game 38-14, so you figured it was MVS. Because you figured Michigan MVP quarterback won the first game by 24. Bet the over 40.5 this game. Wow. Yeah, 37 already for them. Your former Saint. I have its autographed helmet. I actually have MVS's autographed helmet hanging in the studio. All right, we're going to start the second half in just a little bit. 37-19 your score. DC gets the ball to start. Oakland doesn't want to be depressed. A bunch of part-time players against one of the best teams in the world. I would not expect a whole lot. Yeah, this game over on ABC. DC scored every single drive. The live over-under is 83.5. I never thought I'd see the day for a UFL game. Remember, there were literally weeks this season where you could bet the under every game and you would win. You could bet the under every week and you would win. The live line is 83.5. What happened in the Mets game today? You know, with the ball that Alonso hit that looked like it was gone and it just stayed in the yard. I mean, how? With a launch angle like that, velocity like that, how does it stay in the yard? I don't know. I don't know how it stays in the yard. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. That was saying as far as the game's not over yet. I'm not holding my breath. I turned it off. I'm not holding my breath. I put on the Stanley Cup. I'm not holding my breath on this one. He only had 3 hits the first 8 innings, so. Oh, that's all. Ooh. So I didn't see what happened after that then. Oh, both the upset that makes some really generic formula. What Max Sports movie about it? Oh, God. Oh, Al on the counterattack. Oh, and then still away from Miami. Why are we still playing? It's literally. Yeah, now it's blown dead. I think. All right. 37-19 the score at the half. DC gets it a start. 2-score game. Can they blow this thing open? Goes from the anthem. Oh. Did not see that. Club World Cup game. The opening game ends 0-0, by the way. The watermelon-style kick did not bounce in the landing zone. Did not go in the landing zone. So DC, as if they needed good field position, now is very good field position at the 40-yard line. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. 37-19 the score. This game has been nuts so far. The highest scoring half in UFL history. Again, for some perspective, DC scored 31 points in the second quarter by themselves. Memphis has not scored 30 in a game since the merger. Empty backfield for Teamu after 320 yards passing in the first half. What can he do for an encore? First play, pump fake, trying to escape the sack hit as he throws incomplete. Brought down by Dawkins by the legs. Got to get some pressure on him. They did that time. Between the two teams in that first half, a much different first half than what we saw last year in the San Antonio-Birmingham Championship. 597 yards of offense combined in one half of football. In one half of football, nearly 600 yards of offense. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Motioning now to the bottom of the screen. Roland. They're going to keep it with Teamu. Powers ahead for a gain of 11. Brought down by Kai Nakua for a first down. Was they supposed to make a major announcement? I thought so. Apparently not. Apparently had to have the band play. No one out? Oh, hang on. No one's out? Okay, I'm flipping back. I'm flipping back now. If no one's down, I'm flipping back. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Teamu hands it off to Smith. To the side. Smith breaks 1 tackle. Spins around a second guy. Down to the 44. Called a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. DC scored every possession in that first half. 1 field goal, 5 touchdowns. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They give to Smith once again. First down at the 35-yard line. Bulls straight ahead. And gets over Nakua for a gain of 38-9. DC do the same number they did on St. Louis last week. Yeah, it's crazy, too, because remember, the last time these teams played was 38-14. Michigan won that game. Last time I played was 38-14. This is not that. Play action. Fires. Flat. Roland. Gain of 6. Got him involved a lot so far today. There was a lot of controversy. Not a lot of controversy, but there was some talk of, hey, Te'amu deserved Offensive Player MVP over Bryce Perkins. Perkins didn't play the whole season. He might not have won that award, but might win an award that's a bit more important at this rate. They're already in field goal range, 2nd and 4. Some movement beforehand. Plays blown dead. Who jumped first? Neutral zone infraction. Move it up to the 23-yard line. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. The big sequence this game had to be by far DC touchdown, fumble on the kickoff, DC 4th down and goal. After the fumble on the kickoff, you score. Changed the entire complexion of this game. 1st and 10 to 23. The handoff to Jackson. Play action. Pass behind the line. Roland makes one man miss. Can't make the second. Brought down by Nakua at the 21-yard line. Gain of 2. Score McCall strikes out. Ketel Marte coming up. 2nd and 8. A field goal here. Any points here make it a 3-score game. 18 points right now. That fumble did it. 2 at the top, 1 on the bottom. Jackson gets the handoff. He'll spin ahead. He'll get 1 yard. Thrown down by Mooden and Taylor Stallworth. Plan for Friday streaming. Good question. Friday. What's the game plan? Plan for Friday should be, was it June 20th? June 20th? Plan is D-backs Rockies, Benfica, Auckland City, LAFC against Tunis. So 2 Club World Cup games and D-backs Rockies. That's the plan. But it's tentative. 1 of the top 3 at the bottom. Te'amu. They'll send 6. Out route incomplete. First real bad throw by Te'amu today. Looking for Mickens. They were not on the same page there. Oh, he's safe, I think. I think he's safe. I think Marte is safe. 4th and 7, they'll line up for 3. To get to 40. This is the second time they did not score a touchdown this game, but this would make it a 3-score game. Oh, if that's necessary. Oh, in that case, I don't know then. I thought that's Saturday. I thought Stanley Cup Game 7 would be Saturday. 38-yard try. Kick is up. It's good. 40-19 your score. It is now a 3-score game. Midnight Sun game? I am not. I'll do it for a hundo. 40-19. Michigan gets it back. Just the second time they don't score. I think he's safe. I think Marte is safe. Ty goes to the runner. That foot is on the bag when that ball is caught. I think he's safe. If he's not safe, that if he's out, that's the game. Pretty much. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It is a 3-score game. DC score on every drive. 7 drives, 7 scores. Yeah, there's the freeze frame. Overturned. He's safe. Runner's safe. Let's go. Let's go. Only 25 shots all across 2 periods. That's it? Wow. That is bad. That is bad. This game is not, though. 59 points. 34 minutes in. And appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. This way, I hope Florida keeps scoring so we get a fire too. That'd be nice. This is part where we do some kicking. All right. Perdomo doesn't have a lot of power, so I don't expect a grand slam here. Just get on. Keep the line moving. I told you, every D-backs game is like it's on crack. Every D-backs game feels like you're watching a game where everyone's on crack. Like, the fact that it's even this close is kind of shocking. Uh-oh. Okay, that's how to play at least. Sancho's Twin Tigers Sunday Night Baseball? Nice. Good for them. That's a fun matchup. I'm a bit surprised for that. That's a fun matchup. Would that line up with Skewball pitching? Would that line up with Skewball? So we haven't done a Skewball game yet. I want to do a Skewball game at some point. I've not called a Skewball game. Base hit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's going to the wall. That's going to the wall. Oh my god, come on. Oh my god. What the hell, D-backs? What the hell? Oh my god. Okay. Holy crap. Someone looks about half full. No, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. How'd that get to the wall? I don't even know if that got to the wall. That seemed like it was going to be 2 runs, maybe. I was going to cut that. How'd that get to the wall? That had been misplayed out and right. All right. D-backs tied it up. They were down 7-3, now it's 7-7 in the 9th inning. Perdomo just cleared the bases with a 3-run triple to tie the game at 7 in the 9th inning with 1 out. Down 7-3. I'll tell you, D-backs, every game they play is on crack. If they win this, it's 5 in a row. And that'd be nice. All right, here we go. Michigan, their first drive of the second half. What can they do here? A lot of work to do. Kickoff fielded at the 5. Taking to the 20. And brought down the 21-yard line. Malone. Thrown down by Willie Drew, who recovered the fumble earlier. Perkins, a solid first half, obviously. I mean, you can't hate on a pass rating of about 144. Oh, no, it's not something bad. It's more like, how the heck do they do that? First down the 22-yard line. I wasn't kidding about our bullpen, but I just didn't realize that we'd be answering back like this. Handoff. Toa. Gain of 4 down to the 26. Bananas party animals given July. Promise if the game is on YouTube for free already. So I'm not sure. Like, it's one of those things where I'm not sure what my stream would add. What would my stream add to that? Like, I mean, for a Hundo Jack, I do it, but it's more of why on, like, it's more of, you can watch the game on YouTube for free. So it's like, why would you do that? Second 7. Screen pass dropped. Mariner can't hold on. Zero one runs, and they allows 4 and wow. D-backs win. Oh my god. Is that a wild pitch or something? I wasn't even looking. Third down. I literally was not even looking. D-backs just won. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Oh, they're talking it over. Hang on. Perkins, pressured, rolling out, looking to throw on the run. He's not able to take off and run for anything today. Fires on the run, intercepted at the 50. Intercepted, taken to the 40, to the 35, 30. And down the 31-yard line is Deion Jackson. Or Keandre Thomas, I should say. Keandre Thomas on the pick. Perkins might have been ahead of the line of scrimmage. Oh, he's safe. He's safe. He's safe. Intercepted. Perkins, a rare mistake by him. He has not been allowed to run today. -1 rushing yards in the first half. DC's contained him from doing his scramble drills. And DC will have the 31-yard line. Do I believe it? Again, our bullpen sucks, but we do have Shelby Miller probably available tomorrow, so maybe. First down, 2 the top, 1 the bottom. The D-backs are insane. Slam pass, incomplete, looking for Scott. Yeah, he's safe. Yeah, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how the D-backs did it. Saturday games are drunk. That's literally the second time this season the D-backs are down 4 in the 9th inning of a Saturday game and won. Because they did it against the Brewers too earlier this year. You want to start for Chapman? I'm going to say fiction. I'm not sure the Red Sox sell. Second and 10. Screen pass. That ball is caught by the tight end Mason Fairchild. Fairchild down to the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 14. In the red zone once again. Fairchild only had 4 catches all regular season. Handoff. Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, but the defenders are for real. In the end zone, touchdown. Another score for DC, 46-19. Deion Jackson might have just put this one out of reach. Chance I could see. Off the Bryce Perkins interception. Michigan led 13-6 after 1. A 40-6 run for the defenders. And DC can feel a championship on their window step, or their doorstep, I should say, at the window. Finally score a goal. Handoff, stuffed. Second effort, not going to be enough. You see if you have the Padres who couldn't do it anymore? And for every game the D-backs don't like this, they lose 2 like this. 46-19. Take advantage of the turnover. 2 turnovers for Michigan today result in 2 touchdowns. Suarez had no runs allowed. He allowed 5 runs in this game. I can't explain it. And D-backs games are on crack. How does FSU lose to Michigan by 23? In the playoff? 60. They would not even put up a fight. It would be really bad. Yankees lost again. Yeah, the Red Sox just have a number as of late. No lead secure the series. No, it is not. This lead might be secure, though. My pay enough to stream Marlins D-backs? I'm going to the games. I'm going to those games. 50 burger? We could. I mean, they only need to score 4 more points to do it. Okay, we're assuming Travis is healthy or not. When you asked that question, I'm assuming you meant with Travis not healthy. If Travis is healthy, I think Michigan still wins the game. I think it's like a 10-point game. But I think if the team that we saw at the end of the season, I think Michigan blows them out of the water in 23. Like by 60 points. It's not an exaggeration. And we saw what happened in the Orange Bowl. It was 63-3. Miller gets traded to Philly. I think Miller gets traded. Don't know where. He'll get traded somewhere. With any opt-outs? Yeah, but Michigan was just a very good team. Yeah, DC was secured a while ago. Yes. Don't put your enclosure up by 4 more runs. Oh, I don't agree with that. 4 runs I get. 4 runs I get. 5, I agree with you. But it depends on the team that you're playing against. If you're playing against a team that has a very good offense, I'm not taking the free wins. I'm not. See, it's inspired by Stuart Scott. I think so. I would think so. D-backs are now 2 above 500. I saw the result. Right, you can't go off the result, but I get it. 4-run game, I get. Florida would say they always have a chance to win a cup. They do, yeah. 3-2, you can win 2 in a row. Again, they were down 3-0 the last time they played in the cup, and they came back and forced 7. Right, another Mounds record on stream. I do. Not by choice. Jordan deserved to be in 23? No. No, I think they got it right in 23. Be hard to put him in after what happened. Have an emoji update? Yep. How could the Bad Boy Pistons be in today's NBA? Well, they'd be suspended every other game, so they'd be terrible. Actually, I think in today's game they'd be terrible. They'd be called for so many flagrant fouls. They'd be terrible. Team must be shooting like 60 free throws a game against them. Kickoff field in the end zone. Taken out to the 20. Malone to the 25. Cuts upfield to the 30, 35. And brought down right around there. 46-19. It's a 27-point game. Can you imagine if I did the D-backs game today? Oh, man. And I was not there today because I'm doing the UFL. Man. Georgia will have a 12-team bracket. I think Michigan still wins, but Georgia makes the final. Georgia makes it to the Natty, but I think Michigan wins the final. No one stopped Michigan that year, I don't think. If you're sick of it, go hard tonight. It will. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perkins, play action. Fires. It's a high throw, incomplete. Sailed it. Off balance for no reason. Ojamita on the coverage looking for Mariner. Again, this is a DC team. Remember, going into the season, lost their coach. They lost Kelvin Joseph the day before their playoff game. The anchor of that secondary. They lost him after the drunk driving incident. No one thought they'd be in this spot. At the start of the season, 2nd and 10, screen pass incomplete. 3rd and 10. So we're looking for Georgia being 23 players that they're a 2-time defending champion. That's a terrible argument. It's a new season. It's a brand new season. A 14 bracket in 24. Who wins the Natty? Well, who'd get in? Obviously, Oregon gets in. Notre Dame gets in. Texas gets in. I think Georgia gets in, right? Georgia doesn't have the quarterback. I think Notre Dame wins. I think Notre Dame. 3rd and 10. QB draw. Perkins. Looking for any space. Bounces outside. Trying to get a block. Spins around his man to the 44. They got to go for it. They got to go for it. It's 4th and 3. You're running out of time. I think you got to go for it. 4th and 4. The 44. I think you got to leave the offense out there. Michigan Super Bowl was beating Birmingham for the first time last week. Who thought this was going to happen? Are they punting? Oh, no. You can't punt here at midfield. No. Not 46-19. Not 46-19. You cannot punt at 46-19, I don't think. I think this is a mistake. Unless they're faking this. Vernon. Well, there's only 2 on the clock. They got to get this off. They're punting it. I don't agree with this at all. Your defense has got no stops today. You're down by 27. The clock runs on everything in this league. Mickens to the 10, Down to the 12. I don't agree with this at all. No. 4th and 4 near midfield. 27-point game. 3-score game, but for all intents and purposes, 4 scores. You've only got 21 minutes to do anything. You haven't stopped them yet. You're at midfield. It's 4th and manageable. I would not have done it. No, you don't punt there. You don't punt in that spot. You do not punt in that spot. I mean, your take's not bad. I think that's a dumb decision. Handoff here, Smith to the 15-20, first down, the 22-yard line. Gain of 12. Handoff here down to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of about 5. Remember, the clock runs on everything in this league. DC went on an 89-yard drive to start this game. Can they go on an 88-yard drive here? Game over on ABC if you want to watch. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Dolphins playing versus the Bills up by this much. Yeah, the Bills usually have the lead like this. 2nd and 5. Man in motion's rolling. They give it to Roland. Cuts upfield quickly. Good job there. Reading Smith's block perfectly to cut upfield early. Gain of 10 and a first down. All-time catchers. Oh, he's top 20. Posted Hall of Famer. Yeah, this is like the decision that Notre Dame made. This is the decision Notre Dame made against Ohio State. It just does not make sense why you do that. Does not make sense. 1st and 10 to 38. 4:30 to go. Motion man is Roland. Teamu going to keep it himself up the middle. They've not thrown yet on this drive, nor do they really have to. Call it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. DC defenders right here. Looking pretty good. Last year, the USFL conference reigned supreme, with Birmingham destroying San Antonio in a bloodbath. This one's a bloodbath, but not the kind of bloodbath we expected. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. The handoff to the side. Jackson, first down to the 50. They're just running train on him right now. A flag on the play. Perez, he's not playing that well this year. I think 2 more years. I think he's done in 2 more years. What's the call here? Been a pretty clean game. Cousin Malik Fisher? Well, congratulations to your cousin, because he's had a very good game today. Had a very nice play earlier in this game. And he's about 18 minutes away from being a champion. By the way, that makes no sense. So basically saying, y'all won, we aren't trying anymore. I'm with you. Look, it was 4th and 4 near midfield. You're down by 27. That's a 3-score game, but really 4 scores. 21 points, holding on the play, so back it up 10 yards. You're down by 4 scores for all intents and purposes. You're at midfield. You've got the MVP of the Offensive Player of the Year on your team. Your defense literally has not had a possession where DC scored no points. You're running out of time. Again, the clock runs on everything in this league. Like, are you even going to have enough possessions? I don't even know if you're going to have enough possessions to get the ball back and do what you want to do. 2nd and 16. They have not thrown yet. Will that change here? Play action. Tamu drops back to throw. Deep shot here. Going for it all. Caught at the 25-yard line. Seth Williams, his first grab of the day. You know, Malik Fisher's been phenomenal today. 25-yard line. Just outside the red zone. Teamu does it again. Seth Williams had just 8 catches all season. The chest cam, it's too chaotic, but I don't hate the idea of innovation. I don't hate it, but it's too chaotic for me. First down, the 25-yard line. Actually, mark the 22, just outside the red zone. So the decision by Michigan to punt and try and pin him deep. Backfired immediately. Smith, up the middle. We have not seen a 50 burger in UFL history. Awfully close to doing so. Pound on the doorstep of it here. Call it a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Yeah, Michigan's last punt will come back to bite him anyway. Yeah. This could be, I could do dumb decisions on this. This might be dumb decisions tomorrow. I don't know yet. Chiefs can put Wentz in the garbage on 59. No, you usually put the backup in if you're losing. Favor of the beer stakes. Looks that way. Barring anything crazy, it's going to happen. 2nd and 1. Teamu. The give to Smith. Up the middle to the 10. First down. Muscles ahead to the 5. Still going. Brought down to 3. Finally, Kai Nakua brings him down. For a gain of 10. If DC scores a touchdown here, and Michigan does not get anything on the next drive, I will call it early. So if DC scores and Michigan does not, I will call it early. If it gets to 4 scores in the 4th, and DC has the ball, I will call it early. Just an FYI. I mean, there's no betting thing of anything. How's it going? Hypocrite appreciation, man. It's getting late here on the East Coast. It is. It is. The version of 50 word for the end of the 3rd quarter, which never even happened in UFL history. Handoff, Smith. He will get thrown down by Benning for no gain. 1 minute to go in the 3rd. In a game that has been nothing but domination. Again, it was 13-6 after 1. In favor of Michigan. A 40-6 run. And it's about to get even worse unless they turn it over here as they're down by the 3-yard line. Mickens enters the huddle. 5 on the play clock. Got to get this off. Jackson in the backfield to his left. They give to Jackson. Muscling ahead. And Michigan holds at the 1. Michigan holds at the 1. 3rd and goal. We will go to the 4th quarter. I'm not even going to put up a poll because I don't think. Here goes to the bench. Yep, empty net. 4-1. Shot there. Oh, that was almost in. Ooh. We'll go to the 4th. DC, 15 minutes away. Liberty beat FSU in 23. No. I don't think Liberty beats them. Liberty doesn't beat them. No, not with Travis out. I think with or without Travis, FSU wins that game. Suarez's new area for today. I'm going to guess, 2-2, we'll go 2-5-5. 2-5-5. Go 2-5-5. 3-2-3. Holy cow. Fitty Burger. Well, they're at the 1-yard line. I think we all know they're getting one. So this season, Kelsey's last. I think he plays one more year after this. Bama smoke him in the quarters? Yes, Bama smokes him in the quarters. Yeah, rose by a run and a half. Wow. That says a lot. We have never seen a team score 50 in UFL history. We've seen a couple of teams score 40, including Michigan last week. The last time any team scored 50 in a spring football game, you got to go back to week 10 of the 2023 XFL season. Now, just getting that, Connor. I was literally, you read my mind, one step ahead of me. One step ahead of me. The last time it happened, you got to go back a bit. You got to go back to the final week of the regular season in 2023 in the XFL when the Battlehawks beat the Guardians 53-28. Remember that game, St. Louis was 7-3 afterwards, but they missed the playoffs because 2 teams in each division made it. St. Louis was trying to score as many as possible for tiebreaker purposes. That's the last time it happened. 53 in 2023. Had a few 40s. I should also note, since these leagues reformed in 2020 for the XFL and 2022 for the USFL, that's the only time it's happened. Called Teamu, taking over Richardson Jones. Apparently Jones been bowling out in camp. Take that for what it's worth. He looks great today. Teamu usually does not look this good. Like last year he was very shaky, but this year he's been phenomenal. Like when he's playing like this and he's super accurate and just standing in the pocket and delivering, it's fun to watch. And appreciate all you guys tuning in for this game and for this stream. Keller with a tour. 12-team break from 23. All right, I will do that. I will do that. All right, let me see. I put in $4 to the Mariners. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Mariners making a comeback here. I'll do it at the next commercial break. 12-team break from 23. They should be able to get in. Should be able to get in. OT tomorrow? Hopefully. Hopefully. Not after the Auckland game. I know that. Just because of timing. But after Giants-Dodgers, Fogel's corner playing, absolutely. Fogel's corner playing, absolutely. All right, 12-team playoff. I think about this one. I'll think about this one. 3rd and goal. Yeah, they would have awarded conference games in the first round. Teamu. Play action. Bootleg. Open. Caught. Riley Moore. More. It's a 50 burger. Just the second one in spring football history in the modern era. Just the second 50 burger in the modern era. There it is. For the first time since 2023, when the Battle Logs did it at this same venue against the Guardians, a team has scored 50 on a spring game. 52-19. A 46-6 run. Flag on the play, though. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense afterwards. Touchdown will count. The touchdown will count. The defenders can feel it. Who are the Battlehawks against the Guardians in Week 10 of the 2023 XFL season. DC, the over-under was 52.5. The over-under was 52.5. DC might beat it by themselves. DC might do it by themselves. All right, so let me think about this one. Okay, so obviously FSU, Michigan is in there. Just trying to go conference champions too. We're going to assume Pac-12 gets, we're going to assume it's 6-6. Want to cover European League of Football? There's a good reason for that, actually. There's a good reason, because that's a good question. The reason why, I hate doing stuff that I can't finish. So, I hate doing things that I cannot finish. What that means is that if I want to start a league, I have to make sure I can do the playoff games and the championship and whatnot. The problem with the ELF is that the heart of the season, of the championship and whatnot, the playoffs, they come during college football season and the NFL. The championship game is on the Sunday. Championship game is on an NFL Sunday. They're going to go for one from the 17-yard line. They don't have too much in the playbook for this. New quarterback in. Flag in the secondary. Mike DeLello, the new quarterback. Saying Teamu's done. With this game all but decided. So that's why I don't do it. Same reason I do the CFL. Because I wouldn't be able to do any of the, I wouldn't be able to do the playoffs because they interfere with the NFL. Grey Cup is during the NFL, so that's why. That's a great question. But that's why, because I debated doing it. But I was like, oh, that schedule actually kind of sucks for that. Now, having said that, if they ever move the league to start like 2 weeks earlier, 100% I'm in. A unique NFL Europe stories from the 2000s? Well, from the 90s, yeah. White Hart Lane being a 90-yard field. Why it's 1 at the 17? Because of the penalty. If it was for 3, it'd be at the 27-yard line. Now move it up after the defensive holding. Move it up a little bit. Yeah, let me think of the bracket here. We're going to assume it's a 6-6 bracket. We're 5 common champions, and then the top group of 5. The 1-point try. DeLello, drag route, incomplete, looking for Mickens. 1.2 with 6 earned? That's not bad. 6 earned 1 and 2/3 is not bad. A beer loser in St. Louis? Yeah, can't make a mistake. Can't make a mistake. How's it going, Charles? I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here. All right, so we got those 6. Okay, so I would assume the 1 seed is Michigan. The 2 seed is Washington. The 3 seed is Texas. The 4 seed is Florida State. Wait. No, Bama won the conference. Hang on. No, Bama's the 4. Florida State is the 5. DC redeemed themselves. Yes. This is a high-scoring UFL game? Yes. By a lot, actually. By a lot. 52-19 smashes the record. Liberty's the 12. Liberty's the 12. Do anything at halftime? Band played, but that was it. Georgia's the 6. Ohio State the 7. Oregon the 8. Penn State the 9. Missouri the 10. Kickoff, touchback. Question would be Ole Miss or Oklahoma for the final spot. I'm guessing Ole Miss would get it that year. Yeah, I'll call it after the strive if it stays like this. Yeah, Ole Miss would get it, I think. Ole Miss gets it. 52-19. It's a bloodbath. A 34-point game. 4 scores. This would make 28-3 look like child's play if the Panthers somehow come back. Play action the flat, caught by Turner to the 45-50, turn out of bounds to the 49-yard line of DC. Hit out of bounds by Trey Dean. All right, yeah, I'm going to go Ole Miss on that one. Going Ole Miss. Okay, so let's go. Probably you have to have a conference matchup then. Penn State gets 11, Ole Miss 10. Missouri gets in. I'm going to say Missouri would be in, because they were 10-2 that year. Missouri would be in. And that's conference matchup. So you're kind of screwed either way. You have to have a conference matchup no matter what. First down, the 49. Handoff, Nate McCrary. Haven't called his name a lot today. Brought down by the legs, gain of 7. Right, ELF Championship is September 7th at 9. Yeah, interferes with the NFL. It's one of those that interferes with the NFL. So, otherwise I would do it. If they move, if it was literally 1 week before. Handoff, McCrary to the 40, 35, breaks a tackle to the 30, brought down on the play by Niles Scott. Gain of 12. I have Oregon as the 8 in this. Wait, I have Oregon as the 8. Because I've got Florida State as the 5. So my bracket, I have Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama, Florida State, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, Missouri, Ole Miss, Liberty. That's what I've got for how the 12 would go. 2 of the top 3 of the bottom, empty backfield. Perkins, they send 5. Steps up, fires, end zone shot, incomplete. No flag, tight coverage, looking for Mariner. Ojimina on the stop. Here come the fights. Again. Panthers 1 game away from a repeat. Yeah, Swift was a man. That changed everything. Yep. And then the 4th down conversion by the goal line. Yep, that changed everything. If you got the stop there, you're still in this. But that kickoff changed the entire complexion of this game. Then again, nothing was stopping DC today. DC has literally scored every single possession. With no exception. Handoff Toa. Called a gain of 4. Tua's brother got cut from Hamburg. Oh my god. Got cut? Oh my god. He's not even... He couldn't make him the ELF? Oh my god, that's incredible. I did not see that. Yeah, this would be DC's first championship win. 3rd and 6. Like, if it stays like this, I'm going to sign off early because this one's over. If it stays like this, I'm going to sign off early. Perkins, stepping up, escapes the pressure, fires, caught, Turner to the 10, flag in the secondary, Turner spins in for the touchdown. The flag came in the secondary, so we think it's going to be on DC. So touchdown, Michigan. Offside on the defense. Penalty be declined. Michigan gets one back. Heat Spurs Rockets. The Heat would be insane. I don't know what the Heat are doing. Remember, though, you do the 4th and 12s. I will say, this league, you do the 4th and 12s. You have to start doing them. But you do have the 4th and 12s, where you can theoretically keep the ball forever. So it's not... I don't want to say it's likely that Michigan comes back. Believe me, I'm not saying that. But it's not out of the realm of possibility with the 4th and 12 rule. You can go for as many times as you want in the 4th quarter if you're trailing. They're going to go for 2. Perkins, out route, behind his man, incomplete, looking for Mariner. It's a 27-point game. Still now down by 3 scores. They will have 4th and 12. There's no way you kick it off. If you kick it off, it's stupid. Oh, dude, Michigan, Washington, Texas, Bama, FSU, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Mizzou, Ole Miss, Penn State, Liberty. That does, yes. That does avoid that. I mean, Fox owns the league. Well, the game's on ABC. The game's on ABC, so. So they will go for 4th and 12, I'm assuming. It would make no sense not to. Brag with that bracket. Ooh, okay. With that one. Okay. Georgia beats Liberty. Georgia beats Liberty. Give me Ohio State or Penn State. Wait. Wait, you still have a conference game. Ohio State, Penn State, you still have a conference game. With that. You still have a conference game. Wait, I misread. Hang on. Georgia beats Liberty. Wait, hang on. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Georgia beats Liberty. Wait, I think you missed it. Wait, hang on. I misread. FSU beats Liberty. Never mind. FSU beats Liberty. Georgia beats Penn State. There we go. Ole Miss beats Ohio State. Oregon beats Mizzou. Oregon beats Mizzou. Okay, so you have Michigan beating Oregon. My bad on that. Texas beating... Oh, wait, Washington would play... Hang on. Washington would play in that bracket. Hang on. Right, Michigan beats Oregon. Washington beats their opponent. FSU gets steamrolled by Bama. And Texas wins their game. So you have Michigan against Bama and Washington against Texas. This is one side I expected. No, if anything, I thought it was going to be the opposite direction potentially. Again, the last time BC's win was 38-14. No overtime soon tonight. Nope. Right, Washington play Ole Miss. Yeah. No, I'm going to take Ole Miss in that one. I'll take Ole Miss. I'm going to take Ole Miss. Actually, for that one. I still think Michigan wins it all that year. So we'll go for 4th and 12 at the 28. You can go for it as many times as you want when you're trailing. Watch Ole Miss, Georgia, Texas, Oregon, Michigan. Yeah, Ole Miss, Michigan, Georgia. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go. Okay, so there. Georgia, Ole Miss, Michigan. 4th and 12, empty backfield here. Perkins. They jump. Free 5 yards. Hang on a second. It's now 4th and 7. They'll get a free 5. It's close, almost over Washington, but I think by a hair. Be a very close game. Be very close. Almost Georgia, Michigan, Bama. Michigan, Georgia. And then Michigan meets Georgia. 4th and 7. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Motioning to the bottom is Ross. Perkins, they'll send 5. Hit as he throws. Wobbler. Caught by Ross at the 46-yard line. So it's a first down for Michigan. And this one's not over yet. The 4th and 12s are going to be huge in this game. They got it. This is not over. By any means. High-scoring game, and it might get a bit more high-scoring. Because you can go for on 4th and 12 as many times as you want. There is no limit. If you keep getting them, you keep doing it. They can hold the ball for a while. DC Stevens can be on the field for a while. Oh, there you go, man. You're good. I misread. Perkins, middle of the field, caught, 25, and Oaks, or Hicatini, I should say, his first grab of the day off the 21-yard line. Gain of 24. First grab for Hicatini today. High-scoring champion? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. By a lot, actually. Hicatini, last time these teams met, 3 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown. That's his first grab of the day. It's a big one. Gets him just outside the red zone. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Perkins. Looking, pocket collapses, directing traffic, looking at take off and run, throws across his body, caught, Mariner at the 6-yard line. Touchdown by Trey Dean. If you thought this one was over and that you could play the backups for DC and give him some time, not so fast, my friend. Michigan on the verge of getting 2 quick touchdowns in 90 seconds to get right back in this thing. 1st and goal. What a finish to this season for the UFL. At the 6-yard line. This one is not over. Perkins, 264 yards today with 3 touchdowns. Clock is stopped. Not sure what they're looking at here. I have to reset something? Not sure. But, again, you score here, you go for it again on 4th and 12. You're still alive. Highest scoring game since 2020? I think this is it. I think this would be it. Man in motion, play action, Perkins escapes the sack, uses his legs, trying to juke over a man, can't do it. Trey Dean balls him up perfectly there. Gain of just 1. It's a blowout? Not yet. Marshawn, the legal owner of Maple Leafs in the Oilers, it feels that way. Moved back home for the summer. Finished finals yesterday. I wish I had done a whole lot more time I had here, but whatever, still 3 years ago. All good. Yeah, first year, you find yourself. First year is about finding yourself. I feel the same way. My first year, it's like, oh, man. Yeah, don't worry. That's what the next 3 years are for. First year, everyone's finding themselves. Everyone feels that way. 2nd and goal. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. More in motion. Perkins. Slam pass. Caught. Touchdown. Malik Turner does it again. Malik Turner does it again. It's 52-31. 83 points this game combined. They can go for 3 and make it a 2-score game. Malik Turner has been a menace today. A thorn in DC side, and this one, with 10 minutes to go, not done yet, folks. Not even close. This is the game the UFL needs. They will go for 2. Which does not make it a 3-score game. Or a 2-score game, I should say. Not sure no one's doing the math right on this. Perkins, end zone, dropped. Flag on the play, though. Flag in the secondary. I didn't hear about no UFL or IFL. This feels like an IFL game. It does. Flag in the secondary, so this should be on DC. Yeah, I feel it's going crazy. Holding on the defense. Move it up. You can't change your mind on the conversion. You still have to go for 2. Dumb decision? I think you got to close the gap, yeah. I would. I don't know why you go for 2. I'm right there with you. I don't know why you go for 2 at this stage. I'm making a 2-score game. You're still down by 3 scores. I don't get it. But you still have to go for 2 now because you can't change your mind even after a penalty. So I have to go for 2 again. But again, it would still remain a 3-score game. Not sure no one's doing the math right on this. Ball at the 2-yard line. Yeah, this is a dumb decision. No one's made a few of those. The punt, this, the give here, McCrary. I think he's shy. He's shy. It's not going to matter either way. Yeah, I don't know why, too. Believe me, I'm just as confused as you are. I'm just as confused as you guys are. I would have gone for 3 there. Try and make it a 2-score game. We'll have another 4th and 12. 52-31 with 9:57 to go. This gives Super Bowl 24. Oh, no. 22 I could see. Some Mike Nolan people. That's why I sucked in San Fran. Yep. 24, though. The suck bear center 24. 22 I could see. Second quarter explosion. I could see that. They'll go 4th and 12 again. DC's defense been on the field this entire quarter. Mike Nolan might be in for 2. He might be. This is bad. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps us out on the channel. Yeah, it's still a 3-score game. For some reason. If you went for 3, it's not a 3-score game. It's a 2-score game. 52-34. How they lose in the division lead? They are not. They are not. Did they put their backups in too soon? No, I don't think they put the backups in. They didn't put the backups in. The guys look to be still out there. Remember, comeback is the one that can be more exciting. I mean, this is the comeback. More talent players in next year's UFL? It depends on the salaries. It's not a sinking ship. It depends on the salaries that you're getting. That's what it comes down to. It depends on the salaries. Another controversial in the UFC? Jeez. So we'll go for the 4th and 12 again. A long game here and not even close to done just yet. This gives it 83 so far. Yep. 49-26 was that game. So this is higher scoring than that. 1-1 before the Cats score goal number 2. Oh my god. Yeah, that's definitely not true. Ball to 28. Can they keep this alive? I do not cover those leagues. They'll send 4. Perkins pressured. Can he escape the sack? He does. Throws on the run. It's caught. At the 43, and hang on a second. It's a gain of 15. Michigan keeps the ball for another drive. Not going away quietly. The Panthers somehow are still in this thing. Clock is stopped with 9:27. DC calls timeout. Their defense is gassed. This is far from a done deal, like we all previously thought. This game just got a heck of a lot more interesting. I will put it that way. Japan start up soon, but the time zone difference. Wow, oof. You know, this is the only league I cover besides NFL for pro football. I was got the finger on the trigger. Yep. This is not over yet. 1 touchdown. This gets a lot interesting. This gets a lot more interesting. For the time by DC to get their defense semi back in form. They're being gassed. First down, empty backfield for Perkins. The MVP of the league. Can he do it? Not on that play. Sacked at the 36. A flag on the play. It's a loss of 7, but there was a flag. Offside on the defense. Move it up. That's the second time this score has been called for offside. If the logo is obviously the best logo when it comes to the championship, it is a nice logo. It is a nice logo. I do not mind that. So offside. So instead of 2nd and 17, it's 1st and 5. Might have celebrated a bit too early if you're DC. Might have celebrated a bit too early. This one is not over. Anyone that turned this game off thinking DC had this in the bag might be in for a rude awakening in a little bit. 1st and 5. One of the top 3 at the bottom. Perkins. Slam pass. Caught. First down. Ross breaks the tackle. Down to the 41. Gain of 11 and a first down. Michigan's out for DC defense. DC defense. Because they don't control the tempo. Michigan can control the tempo. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perkins. They'll send 4. Has time. Now scrambles out, fires on the run. It's caught by his back. It's Toa. And he will get a gain of 9 out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 2nd and 1. If you cut it to a 2-score game with these rules, you are more than in this. This game is far from over. I mean, this could be one of the greatest games of all time if Michigan does do this somehow. 8 minutes to go. They give him the first down at the 31, actually. The handoff here, McCrary. Bottled up at the 27, gain of 4. They got Mincy on the stop. 2nd and 6. Don't call it a comeback. They're going no huddle. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. McCrary in the backfield. A lot of time, especially with the 4th and 12 rules. They're 2 for 2 on the 4th and 12s. Perkins, they send 4. Perkins, pressured. Scrambles. Pump fake. Can he escape the sack? Flag on the play in the area of holding. Flag on the play in the area of holding. Right, if Michigan has to commit to a 7 decision with close to 1 score game, we would be. We would be. These rules, UFL is pretty much looking like a bigger version of Arena Football's leagues. Rules somewhat, to some extent. In the area of holding. It is holding. They will accept the penalty. 2nd and 16. Wish the NFL adopted the same rules. I don't. I think it's too easy to come back. I think it's a bit too easy to come back. Cole Cabral getting called for that one. And yep, he's got a whole of the shoulder pad. I mean, the whole jersey comes off. Kyle Phillips getting mugged out there. 4th and 12 rule is that if you're trailing in the fourth quarter, instead of onside kicking, you can go for a 4th and 12 at the 28-yard line. If you get it, you retain possession. If you don't, the defense takes over where they get the ball. So, that's how Michigan's been coming back. We got back-to-back 4th and 12s. It has been, 25 minutes of real time since DC last ran an offensive play. That's low. That's a little bit. 2nd 17, 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Empty backfield. Perkins, slam pass, dropped, and almost picked off, then caught by the lineman. Caught by the lineman at the 31. Noah Johnson, the center, with the grab. If you had that on your bingo card, Noah Johnson, the center, catches the ball and makes it 3rd and manageable. If you had Noah Johnson catching a pass before Gunnar Oaks, I want what you're smoking. 3rd down, 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Perkins has time, fires, out route, incomplete. Looking for Ross. I think you have to go for it. You can kick the field goal from 49 yards out, make it a 2-score game, but they need 2 threes. If they don't get this, it's over. You gotta get this. 4th and 11, 6 to go. This could be for the season. They break the huddle with 7. I think you gotta call a timeout here. Are they gonna get this off? They will not get it off. They call timeout. No, DC calls timeout. Okay. I don't know why DC calls timeout. Well, it comes down to a 4th and 11. They've got a few 4th and 12s. What's 4th and 11? What's 4th and 11 to a team that's consistently converting 4th and 12s? Again, if you are a member, you can show us for other one of these teams with the emojis in the chat. Can Michigan make this insanely interesting? This one ain't over. Official attendance, by the way, is 14,559. They're going to change their mind and bring the field goal unit out. So Potter going to come on making a 2-score game. I don't get this. I don't get this. And why didn't you go for 3 the last drive? Why would you not go for 3 the last drive then? I thought you were abandoning 3-point 49 yards is not easy in this league. Okay, they're going to bring the field goal unit out. I think the logic is very contradictory this entire quarter. Potter, just 5 for 10 this year from 40 plus. 49 yards out. Kick is up. Well, it's right down the middle. The logic's kind of contradictory. I don't hate it. But then I don't get why you don't go for 3 earlier. I don't get why you don't go for 3 earlier. Could have made an 18-point game about 2 minutes before. But you did need to get it to a 2-score game. It is a 2-score game. And here we go again. A 3rd straight 4th and 12. They've gotten the last 2. They get this one. And I think DC's holding their breath a little bit. You don't get this, pretty much over. Seeing as DC would have it in plus field position, in field goal range already. There have now been 86 points combined in this game. Here we go again, 4th and 12. They're 2 for 2 on these. They gotta go 3 for 3. DC is not called to play offensively in half an hour of real time. Can Michigan stay on again? 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Perkins. takes the snap. They're going to send 6. Perkins fires. Batted down by Keandre Thomas, who had the pick earlier. No flags. DC ball the 28. They wait too long to do it. Yep, they waited way too long. And finally, after 30 minutes of real time, DC will take the field offensively. Te'amu goes back out there. They've scored every drive. This for the dagger. Michigan has all their timeouts. That is important. They have all their timeouts. You can get a stop. They haven't got a stop yet. If you got to stop, use your timeouts. You have time. But you got to get a stop here. Te'amu keeps himself on the read option. Gets a block. Turns the corner to the 25. Brought down the 24. Brought down by Donovan Mooden. Michigan will not call their timeouts yet. Personally, I think that's a mistake. I would call them now because, remember, time is more valuable now versus later on due to the clock rules. Because NFL clock rules apply inside 2 minutes. Japan's college all-stars being the Ivy League? I did not see that. I did not even know that. 2nd and 6. I would use the timeouts now. Just again, the clock runs on everything versus inside 2 minutes. So you want more time offensively to get the ball back. You want to be able to run more plays. Gain of 5 on the run. I think it's actually better for DC they did not get the first down there for Roland. 3rd and 1. 4:40 to go. DC can sense it. From catastrophe 1 week before the season started to now 4.5 minutes away from their first title in franchise history. Avenging what happened in the 2023 championship. Handoff. Smith. I think he got it with forward progress. Ooh, that's not a good spot. That's not a good spot. Decision time here. In the NFL, you kick. In the NFL, there's no doubt you kick. But with the 4th and 12 rules, I'm going. I'm going for this here. Kill another 2 minutes off the clock. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. NFL, you kick, make it a 3-score game. Get it done. McCrane's had issues this season with blocked field goals. The 4th and 12 rules, I would go for it here. They are. 4th and 12. Roland outside. Got it. Cuts upfield. That's the dagger. Roland to flip into the end zone. Roland rolling down the river. 58 points for DC. And that should do it. The DC Defenders. Go for 2. Make it 60. Go for a 60 burger. Come on. If I'm Nolan, I super challenge this. If I'm Nolan, I'm super challenging this. Just because. Why not? You have nothing to lose. Super challenge anything. Super challenge for a hold. Super challenge anything. I would super challenge for a hold here. How's it going, Mike? Appreciate you tuning in. I would super challenge this. I don't know why you wouldn't if you're Nolan. Just anything. Any hold. Challenge for any hold. Why not? You have nothing to lose. That's why it's there. If I'm Nolan, just throw the flag out. They will not. They will go for 1. Oh, man. Go for 60. Man. They will go for 1. Te'amu. The give to Smith. He's stuffed. Loss of 4. But DC up by 24 points. 3.5 minutes away from their first title. A great block there by Mason Fairchild, the tight end stepping up. Fairchild has not played a lot this season. Got Ben Brashanen out with an injury. So Fairchild comes in and he sets the block that gets rolling up the field and might have just clinched the championship. What a difference 2 years makes. A new coach 1 week before the season starts, no problem. The most points by any team in any spring game. In the modern era. An incredible outing. Kickoff. Touchback. No, went out of bounds. Ball the 40. Press X to down on that one, Giants Yankees. Is it over? It's looking pretty likely at this point. If Michigan doesn't score here, I'm calling it. Early. First and 10. After the out-of-bounds kickoff. Do you see a record for most points scored by any one team? Perkins out route caught. Turner, they got all their timeouts. Ball at the 48-yard line. Gain of 12. And Turner, slow to get up. Was hit awkwardly. With 3:22. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe again. Thank you guys for making this the number one place to watch the UFL on YouTube this year. Who saw this one coming? Where last time I saw the score. That is true. First down after the penalty. Do you want to get something in the back of a championship game? I get to, like, give guys their moment. Developer take on a UFL video game, I'd buy it. To give guys their moment. If a game's, like, completely out of reach. To give guys their moment. Like, say, hey, I played a Super Bowl. I played in there. It's not like for injuries. Expectations, like, box office-wise or critically reception-wise? I mean, the production of that's been going on forever. It's a train wreck. I think it's been pretty middling. Perkins, and then it's going to be a bomb at the box office. I think it's going to lose $100 million at the box office. Gain of 4. It's going to get destroyed. The problem is that all the family's going to go see How to Train Your Dragon. Will the overhit? Oh, the overhit a while ago. Overhit in the first half. Second and 4. Perkins, pump fake. DC single-handedly beat the over. Escapes 2 sacks. Escapes a 3rd sack. A 4th sack. He'll get 2 yards at the 41-yard line. 3rd and 2. MVP of night, Teamu. It's definitely Teamu. 100% Teamu. Gets MVP of this game. Didn't get MVP on the season. I will get MVP tonight. 3rd and 2. Perkins. Hands off to Toa. First down at the 38-yard line. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. I don't think we're going to get a playoff before that. It's a 24-point game. Why run the ball? The clock runs on everything in this league. First down. Perkins steps up, fires, deep shot. End zone. Just too far out in front for Samson Nakua. Just too far out in front. Okay, remember the last time he was at the stadium, he got suspended for hitting a fan. Yeah, running makes sense there. Running makes sense. Again, in this, NFL it does not. But in this league, the clock runs on everything before the 2-minute warning. And we'll get the Gatorade cooler ready. Mickens lowers it. 2nd and 10, 2-minute warning. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support this season. This has been a fun season. Oh, the plot, I like that. I love the plot of Toy Story 5. I love that plot. Yeah, it was third down, though. If it was first down, I wouldn't agree. I love the plot of electronics taking over for actual toys. I love that. It's so relevant. It's so relevant. I love that plot. I think it's going to be good. Elio, I think it's going to... Problem is that people don't know how to say the name. That's part of it. Like, Elio... Elio, like, people, like... The title is not good. The title of the movie is not good. Number two, the development, it took years for that. Yeah, and he's, like, very old at this point. Or Toy Story 4, where he finds his way back to them. They'll tie that up, I think. They'll tie that up. NFL College Football start off again. Amen to that. Well, we got preseason Hall of Fame game July 31st. We're on the call for that one, so you only have to wait like 6 more weeks of football. Again, a Hundo Jack, I'll do any football game you want me to. There are other leagues taking place right now around the world. Not in the U.S., but around the world. There are other leagues taking place. I'll do a Hundo Jack for any of them. And he dies. God. 12 to... Jeez. I can see for child support. Has to sell off... He gets his toys back and has to sell them off to pay... in like a legal fee. You have to figure out. Get taken to court. Oh, man. It can't be the official... I'm not sure there's ever going to be an official end. I'm not sure there's ever going to be an official end to the story. Fair fast food? I'm not a fast food guy. I really am not a fast food guy. Like, I don't eat burgers or anything like that. I'm not a McDonald's. Like, I guess McDonald's only because of the hotcakes. I'll do the hotcakes. But I won't do... I was not alive for Toy Story 1. I saw 2 in theaters. You know, Toy Story, yeah, they basically said, look, if there's ways to add to the story, we're going to keep doing it. But otherwise, we're not going to be forced to do it. I'm not a burger guy. I'm not a fast food guy. Believe me, I eat a lot of carbs, but that's my vice. But I do not eat fast food. Like, my liver is pretty healthy. Chicken or beef, both. I'm a chicken nugget guy, but I'm not really. I'm not like a chicken guy or a beef guy. I'm really not. 2nd and 10. Perkins. Sacked. Loses the ball. Gets it back at the 42. Sacked on a play by Derek Roberson. Life behind bars. Toy Story. Pizza fast food? No, pizza's not fast food. No, fast food is like drive-thru. How's it going, Harvey? Appreciate you tuning in. Michigan calls timeout. Fast food is drive-thru. So, I don't consider it. I'm not vegan. No, I'm not vegan. I am not vegan. I will happily eat chicken nuggets. I will happily eat chicken nuggets. I'm not vegan. I don't eat healthy, but I don't eat fast food. If you said Perkins had 328 yards and 4 touchdowns today, you would have said Michigan wins this game. Not even close. And he wants to be a tree. That's what it is. Called by Mariner at the 31. Toy Story 4. Jafar may need glasses. Or Buzz may need glasses. Woody fills out the census. Panthers call their final timeout. If they don't get the first down here, we're calling it because they have one timeout. They can run out the clock and it's over. Toys are 6 and Furious. The toys finally making their way back to a grown-up Andy with his own kids. Ooh. Man, I did have gym vlogs. Like, you did see me when I did my week in the life. I did show myself going to the gym. This is Michigan's downfall. They'll 0-10 next year. I don't know who their quarterback's going to be. Because Perkins, I'm assuming, will not be back next year. Any spikes waiting to the ground if it's taken play? Yes. I'm assuming Perkins will not be back next year. I'm assuming he's going to go NFL. So, depends on that. A lot can change in this league. On a year-to-year basis, depending on who gets picked. Buzz Merslow and Bear. I would pay good money for that. One of the top 3 at the bottom. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Jafar Manu glasses. Yep, number 4, number 5, or 6, about the same. 4th and 3, Perkins. Slam pass behind his man, incomplete for Malone. That's going to do it. The DC Defenders, for the first time in franchise history. Flag on the play, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Flag on the play. Timeout. Flag on the play. Not yet. Not yet. Flag on the play. Hang on. In Elderly Blue, that'd be cool. They could have done so much more with Monsters, Inc. than they did. Could have done so much more with that. Hang on. Hang on. Flag on the play. After the play. After the play. It's over. This one is over. Personal fouls on both sides afterwards. Tempers flaring. But that will do it. They will bring the title back to the nation's capital. For the first time in franchise history, the DC Defenders are the champions of spring. Favorite team, D-backs. D-backs. They will take some knees, run out the clock. 58 points for DC. They score on every possession. They won't score this one because they'll kneel, but other than that, every possession they score, the highest scoring game by any team in spring history. Moore thrust into the head coaching job 1 week before the season started after Barlow took a job in the HBCU ranks. And Shannon Harris as the head coach. What a job he did. They'll give it a Roland. And that will do it. The clock will continue to run. I will sign off here. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you were here for this one game or the whole season, thank you guys so much. I cannot thank you guys enough for all your support during this season. We'll be back for Season 3. Tomorrow we're live for the Club World Cup. Byron against Auckland. We're live for Giants Dodgers as well. And obviously this is the place to watch NFL and college football as well. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in. The DC Defenders are your UFL champions. Final score, 58-34. Have a great night, everyone. I will see you guys tomorrow for a few streams. Take care. I'll see you guys soon. No OT tonight. Take care.